for the Wellington Crusaders. Still no sign of the Labette County Grizzlies as it's 8:42 and counting from kickoff here in Wellington, Kansas. As I bring Jack Leake Jr. back in, for those listening, we are up very top of this press box. We're hiding out of the wind to the best of our ability. And you online, thank you for joining us as we get ready for action. Jack, it's time for your 3 keys to victory.
All right, so the first key is the one last week I said is going to be the same for the rest of the season, and that is turnovers. All my keys tonight are offensive related. Defense has proved to me enough. I think they'll do a good job tonight. Turnovers. Can't turn the ball over. We're not good enough to turn the ball over multiple times. Be dynamic. Switch up the play calling. Don't be predictable. Not that we have, but we just can't be predictable. Implement the wide receivers. Get Derek Jones going. Get Noah Yeoman. Trey Vincent in the backfield maybe. Off of a jet sweep or some motion. I know we have Hunter and Andon running the ball tonight. So utilize that. Be dynamic. Utilize Griff's ability to run the ball. And then our offensive line. This is one I haven't really used ever. They're going to have to hold up. This is a big Wellington team. They've seen big defensive lines many times before. They're just going to need to hold up long enough for the play to develop, long enough for somebody to get it open, create a pocket for Griff. O-line's going to be big tonight. It's going to take a lot of pressure off of what happens in the backfield if our O-line can have a good game tonight.
Yeah, and you're not far off there, Jack. As you look back, your last one really is the one that I'm going to circle as being the difference maker for the Grizzlies tonight. They've got to withstand this defensive front for a very, very big Wellington team. As you assume a lot of these guys are going to play both ways. So you're going to see a very big defensive front. You're going to see a very big offensive front. Don't let them get to the second level. Protect your backers. Let them handle that running back when he comes through. Get them big fellas out of the way. Let them go to work. And again, Andon's got to get downhill as we get ready for action here. The Wellington Crusaders take the field to their common sirens as they run through their banner, and here they are. Grizzlies yet to emerge as they're waiting to cross the street. And it's going to be an exciting one on tap. A very big physical Crusaders team against a very fast, athletic Labette County Grizzlies team. 2 different styles to play. Looking at the backfield for the Crusaders as we start to bounce a little bit more onto their track, they're going to start a quarterback. Number 14 is a senior at 210 pounds, Burke Wright. And then they're going to have a junior at running back, Dustin Shetler is what we're going to go with, as he's 185 pounds. Very big back. I mean, he's not. We saw him stand there. We thought, man, that kid's got some height to him. Probably a 6'1" type running back. So another big backfield for these Grizzlies to deal with. We saw it last week. We saw a 6'1" running back that got downhill, and it proved to be effective as the El Dorado Wildcats almost put up 400 yards of rushing last week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they stuck it to us. And whenever they ran the ball outside, we did a good job of closing off the edge and stopping them. But whenever they did that old-fashioned, just hand the ball off the middle enough times, they would find a hole every once in a while, and it would sure hurt our defense because they were just taking like 7-8 yard chunks out of us. Like they were just sucking life out of our defensive line and everything. So it became tough on us.
As the Grizzlies come onto the field, they're getting ready to proceed with the national anthem. So as they do that, we're going to step aside for a 2-minute timeout right here on KLKC 106.7 FM.
Couldn't work as long as I wanted to, you know. I'm getting older and my knee would start hurting and I'd have to quit. It wouldn't hurt much if he didn't do anything, but I don't want to not do anything. So I went to see Dr. Mosher and determined we needed to do a knee replacement. They work like a well-oiled machine. All you have to do is be there and do what they say and everything goes great. Simple as falling off a rock. It was just 10 weeks ago that I had him in surgery, and this morning I rode 3 miles on my bicycle and it felt real good.
When Derek was in 6th grade, he hurt his knee and it bothered him, but not until really last year after he played in a tournament and we decided to make him an appointment. He had a torn meniscus.
I was the most impressed how fast Dr. Meister was able to schedule me in and be able to repair my knee as fast as he did. As soon as I got to therapy, I knew it was going to be a quick recovery. After a 30-minute surgery in 5 months, I'm back to 100% playing sports again.
Grizzly football nearing kickoff here in Wellington, Kansas, as captains are meeting at center field. And a nice feature to this ball game is the official has a mic here in Wellington,
amazing.
so we're going to be able to hear them as they go through. As the toss is won by Labette County, and they elect to receive. Captains for tonight's ball game is number 11, junior Andon Searles, and number 58, the sophomore Mitchell House. Captains for the Crusaders, number 14, the senior quarterback Burke Wright. So Labette County with the football to start this one, Jack, and what we'll get a chance to see Griff Eaton right here out of the gate and how he handles a very big team in the Crusaders.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned the O-line being one of my keys. There will be times when they hold up and they look great, and there will be times when Griff's going to be running for his life. That just happens. Good or bad team, good or bad defense that you're going against, that's going to happen. He's going to be on the run some. And I feel like he handled the pressure pretty well last week. You know, he went into it probably pretty nervous. There's a lot of people there watching, big game, you know, Friday Night Lights. I thought he handled it pretty well. So he's seen it, and so I think he can do well tonight.
A normal two-back for the Grizzlies that we saw in week 1. It's going to be number 16, the sophomore Trey Vinson, and the senior number 6, Noah Yeoman. The second line is number 14, Harrison Hall, number 11, Andon Searles, and number 44, Hunter Shaplowski. As it's going to be the quarterback, Burke Wright, kicking it off for these Crusaders.
I don't know if I ever know.
You don't see that too often. As the whistle is blown, and here is the kick. It's a short one coming to the near side to Trey Vinson. Bobbles it, ball is on the deck, and it is recovered immediately by the Crusaders. So a muffed kick by the Grizzlies, and it's going to be Crusader football already deep inside Wellington territory, or Grizzly territory at the 31-yard line. And Jack, definitely not the start you expected here this evening.
I mean, it's tough to catch those sometimes, but it's just like, come on. I mean, it's just tough. Just come on. We can't afford this stuff. We can't. We can only take so much of this. I mean, it's basically just like we kicked off and they ran it back to the 30 and they get it after halftime. It's just tough.
As Burke Wright goes into shotgun set, it trips receivers to the left side, solo receiver to the right, quick snap, and it's going to be a curl route to the receiver number 4, Jack Wright. Must be a brother on the reception. Gain of 6 on the pitch and catch from right to right, second down and 4 for these Crusaders. And it's a quick hurry-up offense. Back under shotgun he goes, hands it off this time to number 9, Dustin Shetler. And he is wrapped up and taken down by Andrew Jamison, correction. First down for the Crusaders as they're now at Grizzlies red zone at the 18-yard line after 2 plays.
Yeah, they had those 2 plays ready before they even hit the field. They knew what they were going to do.
Quick snap and an out route covered well by the Grizzlies. Number 8, John Kohler, wrapping up and taking down Trenton Bannister on the reception. Looks to be no gain on the play. Looks like they will give him a gain of 1, possibly, looks like. So second down and 9 for the Crusader offense.
And how often have we seen a team throw the ball, what is it now, 2 out of the first 3 plays? Probably not.
Not really this year.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of a different setup.
It's going to be different for this defense, but can't count out the run game at all.
As now they go to the I formation, it's Wright going under center, and that's Burke Wright, the quarterback, as there's a snap and a fullback give right up the middle. Fullback carries Jamison with him before it's finished off by number 51. There is no 51.
How does that happen?
I don't know who 51 is tonight, but there is no 51 on our roster. So therefore, he gets credit for the tackle, as it is a gain of 3 on the carry. It's third down and 7 now.
51's Noah Grady tonight.
Noah Grady has switched jerseys to 51 tonight for the Grizzlies. There's a snap, fakes the handoff, rolling out to the right as his quarterback. He's under pressure, looks to give it to the receiver in the area, and a flag comes in from behind as Andrew Jamison runs into the receiver.
He pushed him in the back.
As he pushed him from behind, the intended receiver for the Crusaders was Trace Rusk. And I'm going to tell you now, I remember that name from last year. The Rusk kid was a premier threat down the sideline, so I'm not going to be surprised we don't see him in action here down the sidelines late tonight.
Yeah, Andrew didn't need to put. He wasn't gonna go anywhere even if he did catch it. Andrew didn't need to push him, and so obviously they get an automatic first down here inside the going to be 10-yard line.
Inside
So
the 10-yard
really gonna have
line.
to get big here.
Half a distance to the goal. It's going to be first down and goal now for these Crusaders following the pass interference. Ball located at the 7-yard line as Wright trots back in. First time we've seen the Crusaders huddle in this first drive. As he goes back to the shotgun, he's got trips receivers to the right side, solo receiver to the left, man in motion as that is Bannister. There's a snap, gives the ball off to the running back, fumble on the play, ball's on the dirt, and it looks to be recovered as it was stripped out of Shetler's hands, and he recovers it. What a strip there by Jamison as he got through the line to punch it out, but either way it is recovered as they are facing second down and 5. As I just got word, Coffville has scheduled Topeka Hayden tonight, and in the opening kickoff, Topeka Hayden ran it back for a 75-yard touchdown.
Oh, man.
And so Coffville picks up a game with Hayden in what should be an interesting one. Here's a handoff up the middle once again to number 9, Shetler, and he looks to get in. He pounds it in from 5 yards out as that is a touchdown, Crusaders. As it's an interesting position where we're at, Jack, is well, these people listening don't understand this. We're pinned right in between Labette County coaches to our right, Wellington Crusaders coaches to our left. So not a really comfortable position for you and I.
Yeah, no, it's kind of weird. We can't get too crazy like we usually do.
Oh, I'm still getting crazy. I don't know what you're talking about. As they tee it up for the extra point, the kick is up from the kicker, number 4, Jack Wright. It is in. So the Wright brothers do it all here for the Crusaders as it is 7-0 Crusaders just 3 minutes in. Let's pause for a 30-second timeout here on KLKC.
When Derek was in 6th grade, he hurt his knee, and it bothered him, but not until really last year after he played in a tournament, and we decided to make him an appointment. He had a torn meniscus.
I was the most impressed how fast Dr. Meister was able to schedule me in and be able to repair my knee as fast as he did. As soon as I got to therapy, I knew it was going to be a quick recovery. After a 30-minute surgery in 5 months, I'm back to 100% playing sports again.
Three minutes in here in Wellington, Kansas. It is the Crusaders 7. Labette County yet to have an offensive possession after a fumble on the last kickoff. Another kickoff as they're targeting Trey Vinson here tonight. Trey Vinson on the return picks it up at 20. He's wrapped up and taken down. What a tackle made by Michael Collins, the junior for the Crusaders, as Grizzlies will set up shop first down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Yeah, and what makes this score 7-0 hurt more than anything is that Wellington wasn't even supposed to have the ball. They weren't supposed to have the ball there. They just got a gift given to them. So, I mean, we just got a whole new ball game here.
Jones, Vincent, and Yeoman are the receivers, eating in the shotgun with Searles to his right. Man in motion as it is Yeoman. It's a jet sweep handoff to Yeoman. He finds a seam, lowers the shoulder, and picks up 7 on the carry. We'll say 8 actually on the carry for Yeoman on the first play of the ball game. Second down and 2 for Labette County here after their first play from scrimmage.
Yeah, I love that play. Getting the ball in your fast senior playmakers' hands. I've been waiting on them to run it this year. It was one of my favorite plays that we ran last year, so I really like that. They're being dynamic.
As it's Eaton again in the shotgun. He's got Searles to his left. Man in motion is Vincent. Keeper by Eaton, and he picks up the first down after a gain of 5. First down and 10 for Labette County as they move it out to their own 38-yard line. First down and 10 for your Grizzlies.
Those are 2 great play calls. I really like those 2 play calls. They're not being predictable. They're utilizing their weapons that they have, their speed. I really like it.
Shotgun set once again. It's Yeoman and Jones on the near side. Man in motion is Yeoman as he fakes the handoff, gives it off to Searles, and that defensive front of those Crusaders just came pushing through that offensive line. No gain on the play. It's actually a loss of 3 after the second give off to Searles. as the ball is back to the 35-yard line, as it is a big physical defensive front, number 57 leading the way, a senior at 270 pounds, and he is lined up right over the top of senior Joel Mathis here tonight. As there is the snap, and it is out to number 6, Yeoman, as he gets out, knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Looks like a pickup of about 10, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 for Labette County, as it looks to be a change on the offensive line here tonight. Just notice that it's not Joel Mathis taking care of the snaps tonight. Joel Mathis has moved over to the left tackle position.
Is that Noah Simmons?
Noah Simmons is at the center position here tonight for Labette County.
Yeah, and one thing I was going to mention, I ran out of time. Nobody was guarding Noah there at all.
And they move actually Noah Grady into the right tackle position.
Right tackle.
So a little change on the offensive front for these Grizzlies. More of a senior-heavy team. As there's a snap quick out for Eaton, right through the hands of 2 different receivers. They had Vincent and they had Jones, neither able to hold up. So 4th and 3 coming for the Grizzlies at their own 45-yard line, as we see Harrison Hall trot onto the field. Great look by Eaton, as it's going to be Hall set to punt it away for these Grizzlies, as I still wait to see a fake from Labette County at some point.
This would be a pretty good time to use it, honestly. I mean, 4th and 3.
About midfield.
Yeah, they're lining up as if we might
You do have the wind behind you, what breeze there is left down on the field. As there is the snap and a low line drive punt from Hall. Takes a hop, picked up at the 18-yard line. Couple block in the backs, no calls, as it is another one. 3 blocks in the backs. They do finally get a flag given out, as the return by Bannister comes all the way out to the 39-yard line. You're going to back them up after the block in the back penalty. So back them up 10 yards, so they'll have starting field position at their own 28-yard line.
Yeah, there were multiple block in the backs. Right after he caught it, it was
there's
number
at least 3 of them.
44 got smoked. But you hardly ever see, I've been pretty pleased with it this year, but you hardly ever see a punt return without a flag. At least a decent punt return without laundry on the field. So another example of that there, but it's been pretty clean throughout this season.
As the Crusaders get ready for their second offensive possession, started deep inside Grizzly territory with the first one at the 30-yard line. Now they're in their own territory at the 25, so a chance for this Grizzly defense to show what they're made of and hopefully get a 4 and out on this possession to help out their offense. It's going to be right in the shotgun with Shetler to his left. There's a snap handoff to Shetler up the middle, breaks one tackle of Mitchell House and gets it out now to the 32-yard line. Gain of what looks to be 7, as it's going to be 2nd down and 2 for these Crusaders, so a gain of 8, as there is the snap and another handoff up the middle to Shetler, and he is taken down. Great read by Andrew Jameson as he came flying through the line to get right there. As it is a 1st down after the gain of 3, 1st down and 10 Crusaders, as we're now out to the 37-yard line. Trips receivers moving out to the far side. Solo receiver here on the near side. There's a snap and another handoff to Shetler. He's got a seam up the right sideline. Evan Flatt in pursuit at the 52. Finally taken down, or 48, taken down now at the 41 by John Kohler. And a gain of 20 on the carry for Shetler, as now it is ball inside Grizzly territory. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Substitution coming in, as it's going to be Hunter Shaplowski replacing number 33, Cade Cronut. Handoff out to the outside. Nobody to stop him, as it is number 1, Michael Collins, getting pushed out as Jameson was in pursuit. Ball all the way inside the red zone now, as it's at the 13, 14-yard lines where they're going to say he stepped out at. 1st and 10 for these Crusaders after the run for Collins. And Jack, they look like they can do anything they want right now at will.
Yeah, both those runs were, one was a counter to the outside to the right, and this one was obviously a far toss to the left. So both to the outside is my point. And there was no response, none for like 30 yards. There was no contact.
As it's right going back into the shotgun, a couple hard counts, nobody jumped from Labette County, and a timeout for the Crusaders as they take a timeout here at the 6:33 mark in the first quarter. It's Wellington 7, Labette County 0. Let's take 60 seconds here on KLKC.
Just like most of you, this year's been quite different at Wood Dullaharry Insurance.
We learned to Zoom.
Daniel, what are you wearing?
Khakis. And we social distance.
But the one thing that didn't change, our commitment to customer service. We helped file claims when summer thunderstorms brought wind and hail damage, and continued to find customers affordable coverage options for home, auto, business, and farms. Wood Dullaharry Insurance, a true constant in a year of change.
If you want to help others, then join Labette Community College Dental Assistant Program to place yourself in a field with rewarding income potential, job growth, mobility, and a career that's ever-changing. Start today for an engaging career, which may serve as a starting point to become a hygienist or dentist. Earn a certificate in as little as 9 months or an associate's degree in dental assisting in as little as 2 years. Earn your dental assistant degree for as little as $119 per credit hour. Call today to find out more about this exciting program being offered at the LCC Cherokee Center near Pittsburgh.
I formation for the Crusaders on a quarterback sneak right out of the timeout for Wright as that quarterback sneak goes for 6 yards as Wright just lowered his shoulder and followed that big offensive front for the Crusaders. 2nd down and 4 now for them as they continue to put pressure on this Grizzly defense, just driving them right down the field.
Yeah, QB sneaks, in my opinion, are like the best go-to play whenever you need to pick up a yard. Like, he was just like surfing on top of his O-line.
As there's another quarterback keeper, and the Grizzlies are right there on it. As this time the tackle is made by number 63, Tyler Lewis. Got right through the line, didn't bite on any of the fakes, and wraps up right for no gain. Actually, probably a loss of 2 on the tackle for Lewis as it's 3rd down and 6 for the Crusaders. As they come back out for their next play, it's going to be trips receivers to the left side, solo receiver to the right. Collins in the backfield alongside Wright in the shotgun. There's the snap. He's looking near side on the slant pattern. Good timing by Evan Flatt as he was right on the time of the football. Couldn't have been, if he was a hair sooner, it would have been a pass interference as they were looking for the intended receiver, Jack Wright, on the slant pattern. Not there for them. 4th down, and here we go. Grizzlies looking to make a stand here on 4th and 6.
Oh, it'd be a huge stop. I mean, my number one key was, or my first written down key is turnovers, and on the first play of this football game, we turned the ball over. So this would be a nice stop to kind of counteract that.
Trips receivers once again. It's going to be a man in motion. That's Bannister. Drop back for the quarterback right, looking for the screen. Grizzlies in pursuit. Got to seal up the side as it's Evan Flatt going in. Slows him down enough for John Kohler to finish him off.
Good
what
stop.
A game-saving it seems like at this point.
No, it does.
You go down 14. Grizzlies don't really have that firepower to come back from 14 down right now.
Yeah, offense can't afford it.
And so a turnover on downs is a great play by John Kohler. Grizzlies will have 1st down and 10 deep inside their own territory as that will be at the 6-yard line. I think Evan Flatt's a little lost as he was planning to stay out here like he was getting ready for the next play, and they kind of looked at him and said, dude, get off the field.
Get off of the field. Offense is on.
So 1st down and 10. Andrew Jameson checks in at tight end for these Grizzlies on this possession. 2 receivers to the far side. It's Eaton in the shotgun. Man in motion's Yeoman. Low snap. Griff Eaton's going to keep it, and he's going to be wrapped up and taken down by the big number 57, Kenny Fearman. Again, a senior D lineman at 270, and he moves well for a kid at 270 pounds.
Yeah, he does. He's lean. A lot of that's muscle. I mean, they're a good defensive line. You can just see it in their physique, but I really like having Noah in motion. We ran this 3 times and only given it to him once, so you never know when it's coming.
4:42 and counting here in the first half. Play clock at 15 seconds. 7-0 the score here in Wellington. Crusaders with the lead. 7 seconds on the play clock. There's a snap, drop back, looking for Jamison over the center. They do get him, and a tackle made immediately after a gain of what looks to be close to a first down. We'll wait and see where they spot it. Tackle made by Shetler for the Crusaders. Or number 7, correction, not 9. Ibarra, and it's going to be first down and 10 after the completion of 10 from Eaton to Jamison. As we see some changes on the offensive side, they're sending Yeoman out now, it looks like, or switching sides on the offense. They're using all that play clock, which is a lot different from what we're seeing on a Grizzly offense.
It always helps to implement your tight end because it takes away another linebacker.
As there's a double move, they have a man. They're looking for Jones, and just a step over his head.
He was there.
As the double move was there, Eaton with a good ball just too far out in front of him. As it's going to be second down and 10 for Labette County, trying to implement that deep play attack here in this their second possession of the ball game.
Yeah, I mean, he was right there. I mean, the guy was kind of pressed. It was about an 8-yard cushion on Noah, and he got him beat. So, I mean, he had him. He was there, just overthrown.
As they're going to a twin set here, as they're going to have Shaplowski to the left of Eaton, and he's going to keep it, and he's going to pull it back up the middle, try to follow his blocker. Searles, nothing there. And once again, it's number 57. You talk just about a big kid. He's everywhere right now. And that's the name. Coach Price highlighted him in the pregame show. Fearman, he said he's a 270-pound defensive lineman. He hasn't played the first 3 games, but with our luck, he's going to play tonight.
He's going to play against us.
He is in the lineup tonight, as it is now third down and 12 following 2 negative plays for the Grizzlies. As Searles checks back in at running back, and he has Eaton to his left. Eaton barking out the play calls. Man in motion, it is Yeoman. Fumble on the snap, looking for a quick slant. He has Jones. Jones caught it, immediately hit. No room to make a move at all. Gain of what looks to be 8 or 9, so another 4th and 4 situation for Labette County as the punting unit comes back on with Harrison Hall ready to punt back to this Crusader offense.
Yeah, I'm looking at the good takeaways in that play. Derek has matured so much as a receiver. He's strong. He can take a hit. He's really impressed me.
As they had an extra player on the field, it was a flag, so it should be a first down Labette County after the flag is assessed, as the Crusader player did not get all the way off the field. And so it should be first down and 10 from their 29-yard line. We'll wait, or 28-yard line. We'll wait to see what the official says.
Man, if that's what we think it is, man, that would hurt, especially because it was 4th and 4. If it was like 4th and, I think it's like, what, a 5-yard penalty?
It is.
So if it was. Yeah.
So illegal substitution against the Crusaders. First down and 10, Labette County. As Jack, we finally got our call as we were wondering what the hand over the chest was last week. Here it is this week. Illegal substitution for the Crusaders.
Yeah, we tried to look that up, but we couldn't find anything. So.
Results in first down and 10, Labette County, as here comes Eaton and the offense. Looking to do something positive here. 2:36 remains in the first quarter. It is 7-0 Crusaders.
We gave them a gift. They gave us a gift. They opened their gift. Let's see if we open theirs.
As it is going to be shotgun set for Eaton. He drops back looking for his man. 2 guys running the exact same route.
That happened earlier, too.
As Vincent and Jones both running the same route on a trips formation over on the far side. Went through the hands of Vincent as he looked to go back to it, and then Jones was sitting right there.
Yeah, that happened earlier. Like, he threw it, I don't remember if it was Noah or Derek, but it went through their hands, and then there was Trey, and it went through his hands. I don't know if he didn't know who he was throwing it to or what, but that's happened multiple times.
There's a snap and a handoff to Vincent. Tries to make a man miss. Crusaders are sitting right there on it as the tackle is made by number 42, Jacob Lura, as it is no gain on the play. And once again, a familiar place for these Grizzlies on third down and 14 here for Labette County. as Trey Vincent looks to have a slight limp to his jog here, as maybe got hit right in the leg, so maybe a slight dead leg or trying to wait for it to wake back up a little bit.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be 3rd and 15. It should have been like a 2nd and 5. But, I mean, those hitch routes are going to be there over half the time for a good 6 yards.
As there is the snap to Eaton, looking for the deep ball to Jones. Right in stride with the Crusader defender, and it is picked off. Tackle made by Andrew Jamison as the interception by number 38, Greg Holcomb. Turnover, Labette County on the interception from Eaton. 1st down and 10, Crusaders at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, that's the 2nd turnover, which hurts. But if that pass just falls incomplete, we punt and they get the ball anyways. So does it counteract? Not really. A turnover hurts pretty bad for momentum and field position-wise, but it was third and long anyway, so it didn't hurt too bad.
1:41 to go in the first quarter. Next possession for Wright and the Crusaders. He's looking deep down the near side, goes up and over Evan Flatt. Good play by Flatt as it was the receiver, number 3, Montel Tate. They were trying to target as Tate was coming down.
Dang.
Flatt had a hand there and ripped it out.
Great play.
Other than that, if Tate would have came down with that, there was nobody stopping him. He was waltzing in for a 43-yard touchdown.
I didn't even see him bat it down because I turned and looked at you because I was like, he just caught that because he jumped over Evan. But I wish I would have kept watching because it sounds like it was a heck of a defensive play.
Give up on it too soon.
No, I know.
Evan could have given up on it right there
He
and
could've.
gave it to him.
That's exactly right.
As it's right back in the pistol set. He's going to toss it out to Collins. Collins gets to the side. He's a quick kid, lowers the shoulder right into number 13 for the Grizzlies, Russell McCarty. 1st down for the Crusaders as the ball is now out to the 32-yard line. Gain of 11. 1:29 on the clock. 1st down and 10, Crusaders. Wright and the offense is in a huddle as a substitution comes for Labette County. As now Wright in the shotgun set with Collins to his right. He's dropping back, looking to pass, looks for the out route and completes it right on time. Gain of 9 to Haskin Ibarra. 2nd down and 1. Tackle made by John Kohler. As Jack, these Crusaders just continue to do anything at will right now against this Grizzly defense.
Yeah, they're running the ball well. Collins has dropped probably 30, 40 yards on us on big chunk runs. They've thrown the ball pretty well. Quarterback looks strong.
Wright hands it off to Collins in between the tackles, and right there is number 67 for the Grizzlies, Robert Tobel, on the tackle. No gain on the play. It's 3rd and a long 1 for the Crusaders, as I won't be surprised to see another quarterback sneak come here.
Yeah, you stole my filler line there. But, no, Andrew, a play ago, to go back to that, he knew exactly what play they were running. He was a step away from picking that ball off. He knew where the ball was going. Just couldn't get there in time.
As they huddle, and here comes Wright. As you can tell, he's going right under center. If I'm the Grizzly front, I'm packing it in for everything it's worth. As there is the snap. Here comes Jamison up the middle, but not enough to stop him, as that's just a big offensive front to follow. As it is a 1st down for the Crusaders after a gain of 3. 1st down and 10, Wellington at their own, or at the Grizzly 20-yard line. First play coming here in the red zone of this drive.
I wonder what would happen if they just ran that play all game long. Just QB sneak. Just try and pick up 3 each play. Run it 4 times. That'll get you a 1st down. I'm a little kid, Will.
There you go. As it is going back under center to Wright, as there is no time remaining in the first quarter. So at the end of 1, it is the Wellington Crusaders 7, Labette County Grizzlies 0. Let's take a 60-second timeout here on KLKC.
It could happen any time or place. You feel a tickle in your face. You move your arm feels weak. The words won't come when you're trying to speak. Folks may think it's all a joke, but it ain't no joke. It's a stroke. Face, arm, speech, time. That spells fast.
Better call 911.
At Strokes First Sign. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast.
In an emergency, take me to Labette Health.
When it comes to choosing the best health care for yourself and your loved ones, there are other hospitals. And then there's our hospital.
The difference is that while other hospitals will care for you,
We will actually care about you.
Other hospitals make decisions based on what's best for their bottom line.
While we do what's best for our community.
If you're looking for a pretty hospital, they're out there.
But if you're looking for the best hospital, it's here.
And here.
When award-earning care is as close as this, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
At Labette Health, we center around you.
Start of the second quarter here in Wellington, Kansas. It is 7-0 Crusaders as they're threatening again at the Grizzlies red zone on their Grizzly 20-yard line. It's going to be right in shotgun, first down and 10 with Collins to his left. There's a handoff up the middle to Collins, immediately wrapped up and slammed down by Andrew Jamison as he was there to fill the void. Second down and 7 now for the Crusaders, and what a play there by Jamison.
Yeah, it was. That'll kind of like a little reality check there for Collins because he's not the biggest guy on the field, and Andrew is not a guy who you just want to run open arms into and say, here, tackle me, because he will throw you to the ground.
Can we go sample it with you?
Well, come on. I guess if I broke my arm, I could still do radio.
You still could. You don't have to worry about playing football.
We'll try it.
We'll wrap you in bubble wrap. As the handoff up the middle, Grizzlies are sitting right on it as they try to give it off to Shetler on the carry. No gain on the play as Jamison was the first to get there, followed by number 58. So the middle linebackers doing their job here tonight as it's House and Jamison both colliding there for the tackle. As it's third down and 6 now for the Crusaders as they come back to the line here. As it's going to be shotgun set, Wright and Shetler in the backfield. There's a snap, Wright drops back, looking to pass, looking on the right side. Labette County defender slips, slows down the receiver enough.
We got so lucky
that no flag was thrown as he got tripped up. Fourth down and 6.
Did you see that?
As a big pass interference call was avoided there, as I would think they'd probably call incidental slipping, so it's not really going to be.
Yeah, that's why it, oh man, so lucky. I wish our listeners could have saw that. I knew that route is what he was looking for, and it was going to be wide open. Are they kicking a field goal?
As they line up for the the field goal attempt here from the 23-yard line, so a 33-yard attempt here for Jack Wright. As there is the snap, the kick is up. It's going to be no good, short by about a yard. As it's going to be first down and 10 Grizzlies here at their own 20-yard line. As Jack, while we have a second, let's go ahead and thank our sponsors for tonight's ball game.
All right, I'll do it. We have Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Health, Labette Bank, Woodworth Community Services, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Bartlett Co-op, Commercial Bank, Labette County Mental Health Services, and Nodine Legal.
Eaton on the shotgun snap, hands it off to Shaplowski as he tries to get to the outside. Nothing there as they just and he's still on his feet, breaks out of it. He's coming back to the near side. He's got blockers out in front of him.
Oh my.
Vincent and Eaton, as it's at the 25, he's cutting back in, looks to go down at the 27-yard line. Flag on the play all the way back here at the 35 as Searles and Trace Rusk got wrapped up here down at the 35-yard line, but right now it's a gain of 7 on a carry for Shaplowski where he ran like 30 yards.
Yeah, he did. I was already coming up with my comment after the play was over, and I was going to say it was a gain of -3 and he ran 30 yards, but it was a gain of 9 and he ran 60, so we'll see what the call is here.
As the white hat turns on his mic.
They might be able to hear him.
As there is a defensive penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct after the play, so 15 yards from, or 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and it's going to be first down Labette County at the 46-yard line here It's still in their own territory, but nearing midfield as it's going to be Eaton in the shotgun. Going back to that run about Shaplowski,
What
we
an
both thought
effort.
he was down over there, and somehow he got away from all of it and came back the other way.
That was crazy. Like the Puka Williams run against Oklahoma last year. Looped all the way around the field.
As they readjust the ball, it's going to be placed at the 44. First down and 10 here, just 2 minutes into this second quarter. As Eaton barks out his play calls, there's the snap. He looks out for Andon Searles, and Searles just gets lit up before he even gets the football right in the ankles. And that could have been bad for Searles.
Yeah.
Could have been almost like an injury hit.
Yeah.
But Plass is broken up by number 42, Jacob Lira, for the Crusaders. Second down and 10 now for this Grizzly offense.
That's one of those moments where if you're Andon, you're running out for your route and you're thinking in your head, Griff, please do not throw me the ball. Don't. He threw it. Boom. Because, I mean, I knew that's where he was looking, and that linebacker knew that too, and he smoked Andon.
As Eaton in the shotgun with Searles to his right. Trips receivers to the left side. There's the step back looking for the screen route to Jamison. As they say, it was a forward pass, so it's incomplete. Third down and 10. So back-to-back incomplete passes here from Eaton looking for quick outs. As here comes the Grizzlies on 3rd and 10 once again. As they're going to have Searles to the right. Vincent's going to be a solo receiver on the near side with Yeoman and Jones split out to the far.
It'd be so nice to be able to capitalize off of that great defensive stand.
Man in motion's Yeoman. They fake it to him. They're looking for Jones on a curl or a slant, and he is taken down after a gain of 5. So 4th down and 5 now for the Grizzlies. Ball at the 48-yard line as here comes the punting unit once again with Hall.
And it's just, it's like energy draining. Like for me, it's like great defensive stand, great effort, got the 15-yard sportsmanlike conduct penalty, and then go throw, gain of 4 total.
As there is a timeout on the field, it's timeout Labette County. Let's pause for a 30-second timeout here on KLKC.
Couldn't work as long as I wanted to, you know. I'm getting older and my knee would start hurting and I'd have to quit. It wouldn't hurt much if you didn't do anything, but I don't want to not do anything. So I went to see Dr. Mosier and determined we needed to do a knee replacement. They work like a well-oiled machine. All you have to do is be there and do what they say and everything goes great. Simple as falling off a rock. It was just 10 weeks ago that I had him in surgery, and this morning I rode 3 miles on my bicycle and it felt real good.
Just like most of you, this year's been quite different at Wood Doolahary Insurance.
We learned to Zoom.
Daniel, what are you wearing?
Khakis. And we social distance.
But the one thing that didn't change, our commitment to customer service. We helped file claims when summer thunderstorms brought wind and hail damage, and continued to find customers affordable coverage options for home, auto, business, and farms. Wood Doolahary Insurance, a true constant in a year of change.
Another timeout on the field, as this one's going to be a Crusaders timeout. We're going to keep it here, and Jack, let's recognize the rest of our sponsors here tonight.
All right, I'll pick up where I left off. We have Tank Connections, USD 506, Wood Doolahary Insurance and Real Estate, Community National Bank, JJ Bebb Corner Post Crop Insurance, the Corner Store of Altamont, Thomas Implement of Altamont, Zach Townsend with TNT Agronomy, Farm Bureau Financial Services of Altamont, Agent Kendall Hall, and MJ's Burger House. Will, do you think that we come back out of the huddle? Well, no, they are going to go for it. I didn't know if maybe we'd line up for the pun again.
As we see Griff Eaton emerge from the huddle. 4th and 6 here for Labette County. Offense is on the field. Yeoman's going to be split out to the right side here as the solo receiver as Jones and Vincent are on the left. Searles in the backfield. And a 4th down here at midfield. We'll see what the Grizzlies come up with. As here is the snap to Eaton. He's looking, has a man. He goes right through the hands of Trey Vincent, the intended receiver. Beautiful play call by Labette County, but the catch just not finished on the other side. 1st down and 10 now for the Crusaders, and another missed opportunity for these Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, good play call there. It was open. could have gotten the ball right there, first down, still offense is on the field. But Noah Yeoman is in single coverage with a 15-yard cushion. I don't think we should have done this, but anytime we want, he can beat his man, and it's just a matter of Griff getting in the ball. And then you got a touchdown. Noah Yeoman will be able to outrun that D-back.
Wright tosses it out to McCullen as he gets to the side. Great pursuit by number 67,
Nice
Robert
tackle.
Tobel, the D-end, to chase down the speedy Collins. And it is a gain of 2 for the Crusaders. 2nd down and 8 here at the 9:26 mark in the first half remaining.
Collins is fast, but a even better tackle by Robert.
As there is a snap, they're looking for the intended receiver, number 15, Cope Henry, as Labette County's man did not get off the field during substitutions. So an illegal substitution for Labette County, as it is 2nd down and what looks to be 3 now for the Grizzlies, as the coach Hayward is not happy on the sideline. Either way, 2nd down and 3 for the Crusaders. Right in the shotgun, he's got Collins to his right. And the tough, hard snap by the Crusaders. And Kason Vanetta comes through the line. And here comes Chumpa Moore in to replace him on the D-line. So 1st down and 10 for the Crusaders, as it will be, the football be placed at the 36-yard line of Labette County. And just some mental mistakes here in the first half, Jack. It's 7-0. Labette County's beat themselves here so far.
Exactly, yeah, and they got that 7 points off of a fumble at our 25-yard line. So they had a walk in the park, caught us off guard, scored 7 points. So that doesn't happen. I mean, we could be up. We don't know.
So 1st down and 10 for the Crusaders here at the Grizzly 36-yard line. There's a snap to right, handles it well, and a low ball as he's looking for his intended receiver, Cope Henry. Pressure coming from the side as it was number 51 for the Grizzlies. As I locate him here, it is Noah Grady applying pressure for Labette County, as it's 2nd down and 10 now. Substitution coming on. It is number 33, Cade Kernut, for Labette County, coming into a linebacking position.
Yeah, it seems like the Grizzly defense always does a good job of overcoming, shooting themselves in the foot here. So we'll see if they can do it again.
Man in motion is Bannister. There's a snap to right. He's looking right. Pulls it down. Chumpa Moore in pursuit. Gets the quarterback to scramble. Deep ball down the sideline, looking for the intended receiver, number 15, Cope Henry. As great pressure from Chumpa Moore, and the pursuit continuing from the D-line. 3rd down and 10 now for Labette County's defense, looking to get off the field here as 8:26 remains in this first half action.
Yeah, really good pressure, and something that we can't go without saying is that pass was a yard from being a touchdown. Pretty good pass.
As Wright's in the shotgun once again, trips receivers to the right side, snap to Henry, and here comes Chumpa Moore again, and this time he doesn't get away from Chandler Chumpa Moore with the sack, a loss of 6 on the tackle, and Labette County now has the Crusaders backed up 4th and 16 following the sack from Moore.
And Coach Brown is one of the coaches to the right of us, stood up, fist bumps the videographer and the other coach up here with him, so he's feeling good. As he should be. This Grizzly defense is looking great, as always.
As the punting unit comes on for the first time for the Crusaders, as it's going to be number 15, Cope Henry, booting it away for them. As here is the snap, and the kick is away, and it's a good one.
That is a good one.
As it's Searles back deep, and Searles is going to let it take a bounce, and it's in the end zone. Very close. Very close.
They played pinball and lost.
A ball placed inside the 5, but either way, Labette County has starting field position out at the 20-yard line. While they make the substitutions around, let's pause for station identification right here on KLKC. First down and 10 for Labette County as they look to get on the scoreboard here in the first half. It is 7:33 remaining in the first half. Labette County with the football at their own 20-yard line.
We got an illegal touching on Wellington on the punt.
So
that's what he said.
Illegal touching as the officials sort it out right now. As they
maybe not.
So they're explaining the whole situation. Illegal touching by the kicking team, even though the ball rolled into the end zone. So either way, we're still where we are. It's going to be first down and 10, Labette County at their own 20-yard line here, looking to march 80 yards for a score here on this possession.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll talk more about this at halftime, but there's no question this Grizzly defense is good and can get stops. But this offense has got to return a favor.
As Griff Eaton in the shotgun, there's a snap, and he wasn't ready for it. And a turnover for Labette County, as just like that, the Grizzly defense has got to come back out onto the field looking for a stop. It is Wellington football at the 8-yard line as Eaton tried to catch the snap with one hand, went through the right hand and rolled back, and the Crusader front was right there on it. So first and goal for the Crusaders, just like that, following the punt.
How does that happen? Like, why? How does that happen?
Under center goes right, QB sneak as he lowers the shoulder and picks up 4 on the carry. Second down and 5, or second down and goal, however you want to look at it. But 5 yards from a score now are the Crusaders in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, 3 turnovers in the first half, both of them basically putting them inside the red zone. This one deep inside the red zone. It just, what can you do if you're the Grizzly defense? It's just like, come on, man, help me out a little bit. At least get 50 yards before you turn it over.
As the goal line set comes in for Labette County, and it's a decent-sized front for the Grizzlies. Shotgun set for right and the Crusaders. There's the handoff, and they look to get it to Collins, and Hunter Shaplowski's right there along with Case and Vanetta. So no gain on the carry for the Crusaders, but there is a flag.
Yep. Oh, my.
And an illegal substitution for Labette County. 12 men in the formation. So it's going to be second down still, and what looks to be 3 yards now from a score for the Crusaders. As Chumpa Moore is sprinting off the field, he gets off. There's a snap, QB keep, and Wright just lowers his shoulder and gets in. But wait a second,
he might have fumbled.
Do have the football.
I thought he did.
As John Kohler has the football. As there's a lot of confusion on the field.
I thought it, okay.
But they're going to say it is a score for the Crusaders. So 13-0. The Crusaders extend the lead, and here comes the extra point from number 4, Jack Wright. As the snap and the kick is up, and it looks to be wide left. 13-0 the score here at the 6:42 mark in the second quarter. Crusaders with the lead. Let's pause for 30 seconds here on KLKC.
When it comes to choosing the best health care for yourself and your loved ones, there are other hospitals.
And then there's our hospital. The difference is that while other hospitals will care for you,
we will actually care about you.
Other hospitals make decisions based on what's best for their bottom line,
while we do what's best for our community.
If you're looking for a pretty hospital, they're out there.
But if you're looking for the best hospital, it's here.
And here.
When award-earning care is as close as this, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
At Labette Health, we center around you.
Kickoff coming here for the Crusaders is once again it's quarterback Burke Wright teeing it up for the Crusaders. Back deep is Yeoman and Vincent. And again, they kick it right at Trey Vincent as that is the target. He mishandles it once again at the 15 and then slips and falls. So now it is first down and 10 Labette County at their own 16-yard line. And Trey Vincent just looks like he's struggling tonight.
Yeah, I think that muffed kickoff at the beginning kind of got him a little shaky and a little bit nervous, and the fact that they're kicking it to him probably doesn't help him much. But, you know, at some point in time, if they score again, you got to be like, okay, kick it to me. Please give it to me. I'm gonna make you regret it.
You're a sophomore. It's time to step up and play some football. You want to step onto the varsity field, you got to be ready to deliver and know, hey, yeah, I'm the young pup out here, but, hey, challenge me. It's okay.
Yeah. Make them not want to kick it to you by the time this game's over. I don't want them to score again, though. I'm not saying that.
As Eaton is in the shotgun with Searles to his left. 13-0, the score motion is Vincent. As they give the ball off to Vincent, and they're just sitting right there on it. The DN did not even budge a step, as that is Hagan Wright, the 275-pound junior at the DN position, and he busts right through and is waiting right there for Trey Vincent. Loss of 5. Second down and 15 now for Labette County.
Yeah, and Griff really didn't do the best job of selling that. Like, he made it obvious he was going to give Trey the ball. He stood like straight up, and he stood erect and just held the ball out like this. He didn't fake it or anything.
Dropping back is Eaton. He's looking for his man, Derek Jones, in and out of the, or Noah Yeoman, correction, in and out of the hands of Yeoman, and another good ball from Griff Eaton. That's a small window to fit it into, and he put it right there on the money.
It was.
As it's third down and 15 now for these Grizzlies, and immediately it looks like we're going to see the Grizzly defense once again.
Yeah, it's looking like it. 3rd and 15. First play was a run that got stuffed for a loss of 5, but I do like that call there. I like that aggressive attack there to Noah.
As Eaton snaps it and throws a quick slant, and a man all over him. No flag comes from the back official, as it almost looks like he could have thrown a pass interference there, but no flag. Yeoman, the intended receiver. 4th and 15, and here comes Harrison Hall on to punt it away for Labette County.
If there were punters in fantasy football, I would pick up Harrison Hall round 1, pick 1.
What would be your points in fantasy football for punters? Yards average?
Yeah, and I don't know would you deduct points if they return it far?
I don't know. As there is a punt from Hall, it's going to take a Crusader bounce and be downed at the 33-yard line. So about a 30-yard punt here from Hall and the Grizzlies. Not bad, as it's going to be first down and 10 Crusader. Substitutions coming on the field, offense for defense. Let's pause for station identification here on KLKC. .542 remains here in the first half. It's all Crusaders, 13-0, as the ball is inside Grizzly territory on this next possession. 33-yard lines where the Crusaders will set up shop. First down and 10. Right in shotgun, fakes the pitch. He's going to keep it. Nice play call here by the Crusaders coach as he looks to get to the outside, and a saving tackle made by number 28, Evan Flatt, as it looks to be a gain of 10. Could have been a whole lot more than that if you would have gotten away from Flatt. So first down and 10 now for the Crusaders as it's at the 23-yard line in Grizzly territory. Wright with the snap, hands it off to number 9. Haven't seen him in a while. Shetler on the carry, no gain. Second down and 10. Tackle made by Braden Berger and Chumpa Moore on the tackle. And so second down and 10 now here for the Grizzly defense, looking to come up with another stop here in their own territory.
Oh man, it's almost like another stop here would be like it's too good to be true, because they've been on the field and put in these situations so much. It's like, how many stops can you guys get?
So second down and 10. Wright's coming back into shotgun. Man in motion is Bannister. He's dropping back, looking to pass, looking left side, pulls it down. He's under pressure as he's in pursuit. Breaks a tackle from Andrew Jameson before being tracked down from behind by number 22, Braden Berger, once again on the tackle. Third down and 5 now for this Grizzly defense. Hurry up now for the Crusaders. Wright going back into shotgun, not letting the Grizzly defense get set up. Quick pass looking, and Evan Flatt right there. Great timing to break it up, as the intended receiver was number 3, Montel Tate. And flat does just enough to get a hand on the ball. 4th down and 5. Crusaders staying on the field for 4th down here with 4:15 to go in the first half.
The Grizzlies secondary has done an excellent job tonight. They haven't allowed too much to happen, nothing explosive. Evan Flatt's done outstanding. He saved a touchdown, a guaranteed touchdown, down here on the other end of the field, but they're going to go for you.
As the play clock's down to 7, Crusader coach is going to call a timeout right at the end of the play clock, and there it is with 2 seconds. Timeout, Crusaders. Let's take it with them. 30 seconds here on KLKC.
A career in healthcare can be very rewarding. Labette Community College students are now more prepared than ever before. LCC physical therapist assistant students learn in a quality training facility.
I'd like to get maximum patient care, so I think I'm going to shoot for in-home health care so I can have real good one-on-one interaction with the patients. The tuition cost was great per credit hour here.
In as little as 2 years, LCC graduates go on to work in hospitals and clinics, making up to $25 per hour. Call 1-888-LABETTE today.
While we have a moment, we're going to go ahead and thank our Grizzly sponsors again for tonight. Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Health, Labette Bank, Woodworth Community Services, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, and the Bartlett Co-op. As Wright comes back out on the field, he's in shotgun, trips receivers to the left side. There's the handoff to Shetler, and a timeout called prior to the snap. Timeout, Coach Augerbright, as he called it just before the snap. So while they meet real quick, I'll continue through our list of sponsors. We've got Woodworth Community Services. I've left off at Bartlett Co-op now. Commercial Bank, Labette County Mental Health Services, Nodine Legal, Tank Connections, USD 506, Wood Doolahary Insurance and Real Estate, Community National Bank, JJ Bev with Corner Post Crop Insurance, Corner Store of Altamont, Thomas Implement of Altamont, T&T Agronomy, Zach Townsend, Farm Bureau Financial Services of Altamont agent, Kendall Hall, and MJ's Burger House. And a big 4th down coming up here, Jack, for this Grizzly defense. With 4:12 to go in the half, the Grizzlies do not want to let the Crusaders get a chance to punch it in, and for a 20-0 lead here going into half.
I don't want to say that if they score here, that's game, because technically it wouldn't be. But like you said earlier, it feels like it. If they score here, man, that'd hurt.
As it's going to be right in shotgun, fakes the handoff, quick slant, and he hits his man right on stride. Great play call by the Crusaders as they connect with Haskin Ibarra. 1st down and goal at the 4-yard line. And it looks like Crusaders are hurrying to the line here. 4 minutes on the clock and winding here in the first half. 13-0 our score. And here comes Wright under center, almost expecting a QB sneak, because that's the only thing we've seen out of this formation. As there's the snap, and there it is, as he looks to gain what looks to be 3 yards, and the near official jogs in and says touchdown Crusaders, as it is now 19-0 Crusaders. 3:49 remains in the half, and we'll see if they elect to go for 2 or take the points as an injured Grizzly on the field, as it's going to be number 63, Tyler Lewis, making his way to the sideline under assistance of Searles and Jamison.
Yeah, you never want to see that. Hopefully it's just a rolled ankle, something they can wrap, and he'll be okay.
As we wait to see what the Crusaders are going to do as they come back out on the field, thinking the injury timeout was going to be a little bit longer, as you see Lewis, with the help of Coach Hayward, make his way over to the sideline, or back to the trainer's table that they have here at the stadium. So 3:49 to go here in the first half. It is 19-0 Crusaders. 2-point conversion coming as it's Wright in the shotgun. He breaks, and they go with 5 wide receivers and a man in motion, As they fake the handoff, they're on separate pages, so it does not work. That's an interesting setup there, Jack, as we saw.
It looked like they had like a number 58 alignment.
They had two linemen over here with a receiver set up like they were going to go out for a route. As it is 3:49 remaining in the first half, 19-0 Crusaders. Kickoff coming. Let's pause for 30 seconds here on KLKC.
Couldn't work as long as I wanted to, you know. I'm getting older and my knee'd start hurting and I'd have to quit. It wouldn't hurt much if he didn't do anything, but I don't want to not do anything. So I went to see Dr. Mosier and determined we needed to do a knee replacement. They work like a well-oiled machine. All you have to do is be there and do what they say and everything goes great. Simple as falling off a rock. It was just 10 weeks ago that I had him in surgery, and this morning I rode 3 miles on my bicycle and it felt real good.
Right set to tee it off for the Crusaders, as it is going to be Yeoman and Vincent back deep. Yeoman on the side that they've been kicking to, and he catches it in stride, splits a couple defenders, gets lifted up in the air, as it's going to be starting field position for the Grizzlies at their own 36-yard line. So a 16-yard return for Yeoman, as it is a Grizzly first down and 10 with 3:44 to work on the clock. And Jack, it is huge right now that the Grizzlies get something.
That's what I was
in this
just
first
getting
half.
ready to say. It almost feels like you have to score here to at least make up for half of what you've caused. That sounds bad, but it's true. They need something going into the locker room. I don't really care what it is.
Grizzlies working against the wind as the south breeze begins to pick up. Fakes the pitch is Eaton, and right there is that ferocious defense up front, and they clear a path for the linebacker Colin to come flying up from the safety position. Collins, as it is a loss of 4, 2nd and 14 now for these Grizzlies.
We see a lot of good D lines, don't we?
A lot of big physical D lines here early.
Seems like the D line is always the emphasis.
As a man moved, and there is a flag for a neutral zone infraction, as a Grizzly D line or offensive line says something, as that was the left guard who made a comment.
Yeah, because that, oh, dang it.
So they're going to wipe him out.
I saw the ref who called the encroachment threw his flag, and I was like, okay. And then the middle judge, whatever, threw his flag.
As there, I know he was staring right down at the Grizzly line, so I have a feeling it's going to cross out penalties, and they're going to replay second down, as we'll wait for the officials to sort it out here and see what the white hat has to say to us. So, so maybe it was just late getting his flag out. So second down,
he wanted some action.
It looked like he was going after Mitchell House by the way he looked at it.
That flag was collecting some dust.
As it was second down now and 9 following the penalty from the encroachment. And so Eaton back in shotgun, trips receivers the near side. Yeoman, the solo receiver, on the far side. There's a snap. Eaton looking this way. Throws it straight into the ground. That's just a big defensive front coming down. There's no way Eaton can do anything if they get a paw up in the air. And when I say paw, I mean a paw from this front.
It looked like he was trying to throw to Derek, who was closest to us. And then the slot man was Trey, but the ball went towards Trey, but right in the dirt. So I think it looked like he was trying to target Derek. It was weird.
So third down and 9. Eaton looking over for the play call. As here comes Eaton with the snap. There it is. He's looking deep for Yeoman. Fighting for the football. What a play from Noah Yeoman. Ball batted up in the air, gets his body turned around and pulls it down as the Crusader defense was looking for it. Pass completed now inside Crusader territory to the 43-yard line, as that's roughly a 30-yard pitch and catch there from Eaton to Yeoman, as this is the first time the Grizzlies will take a snap inside Crusader territory in this first half.
Yeah, they needed a break really bad. Lucky play, I don't care.
As Eaton takes a step back looking for Vincent. Vincent catches it in space, makes a man miss,
Good
gets it
move,
out
Trey.
to the 30-yard line. Gain of 13 as Searles just got put on the ground by
How'd they not call
Colin.
that? Coach Price was out 15 yards. Well, okay, 10
no
yards on
flag
the field.
called.
Wow.
A little late, way behind the play.
Did you see it?
I did see it, as now Searles is still talking to the official. The official is talking back, so they may agree on something here. Who knows?
Just got to focus, keep playing downhill.
But it's going to be first down and 10 now, as it's at the 30-yard line of the Crusaders. Eaton in shotgun. There's a snap. He's looking for Jamison. Jamison did not get it, as it's a low pass. Second down and 10 now for Labette County here. And it's a big drive. We mentioned it before. This is a big one. 2:04 remains. You've got to put something on the board.
Yeah, you do. That pass was there. Route was there. He got a little antsy, threw it a little premature, didn't get his feet set. But, that'll come with time.
Man in motion as he slides Searles to his right, as they get a quick out to Trey Vincent, and Vincent just gets leveled. Now a Crusader defender is hurt as he puts his head straight into the ground, trying to go up and over for Vincent. And what almost you want to call like he had a guy around him the ankles. He wanted to finish him off there. Instead, he hit his head on the ground. It's like, man, my head hurts now.
That's unfortunate.
So third down and 7 now, as that is a pitch and catch of 4 yards. Hard snap here from Eaton in the offense. They look over for the play change.
Noah Yeoman single coverage right here.
Man in motion as they move Searles to the left of Eaton. There is the snap. He's looking for Yeoman. Yeoman catches it, tries to break a tackle. Does not get much more than 3 yards after the reception. So fourth down and 5. And a big play here for Labette County as they'll look to go for it here. And it's 4-down territory either way, but what's in your playbook for 4th and 5? I'd say probably a slant for Derek Jones or a curl for Noah Yeoman.
And it was almost like they were playing for a 4th and 5 because he ran like a 3-yard route on like 3rd and 8. I don't understand.
As there's the snap to Eaton. He is looking as he gets hit when he threw it. Nobody in the vicinity, as up the middle came 57. Kenny Fearman once again, the 570-pound D lineman. Turnover on downs. 270-pound.
He grew on me since the first quarter.
There you go. So first down and 10 Crusaders here. 47 seconds remain. And Jack,
that was big.
I assume maybe they'll take a knee here and head into the locker room. I could be wrong.
I hope they take a knee, to be honest with you.
They might take a deep shot here as they head
out. They might take a QB sneak for 80 yards.
As it is I formation for right, as there's a snap, hands it off to the middle to the fullback, number 24, Trace Rusk, as he gains 5 on the carry, 4 on the carry. Second down and 6, 34 seconds on the clock. Clock is winding here, as I expect them just to run it out here in the first half and head into the locker room with a 19-0 lead.
Yeah, I do too. I would still be careful if you're the safeties, because he might pull that thing and chuck it downfield.
As here is the snap and a handoff to Collins. Collins breaks a tackle from Jamison, and it is Shaplowski pushing him out of bounds, along with Russell McCarty converging, as there's 10 seconds on the clock, as the clock should continue to roll.
Yeah,
White Hat's not signaling for it, but they're asking for it on the sideline, as there it is. First down and 10, 8 seconds on the clock. Wellington rushing to the football.
They're not going to run a play.
As they're not going to get a play off. 2 seconds, 1 second. As so, at the end of the first half, it is the Wellington Crusaders 19, Labette County 0. Let's pause for a 3-minute timeout here on KLKC.
High school sports fans, follow your team live with the free ScoreStream mobile app. Just download ScoreStream to get real-time scores, photos, and awesome video from your game and your rivals. Plus, follow your favorite teams and friends. Get real-time high school sports from ScoreStream.
A career in healthcare can be very rewarding. Labette Community College students are now more prepared than ever before. LCC physical therapist assistant students learn in a quality training facility.
I'd like to get maximum patient care, so I think I'm going to shoot for in-home health care. so I can have real good one-on-one interaction with the patients. The tuition cost was great per credit hour here.
In as little as 2 years, LCC graduates go on to work in hospitals and clinics, making up to $25 per hour. Call 1-888-LABETTE today.
When Derek was in 6th grade, he hurt his knee, and it bothered him, but not until really last year after he played in a tournament, and we decided to make him an appointment. He had a torn meniscus.
I was the most impressed how fast Dr. Meister was able to schedule me in and be able to repair my knee as fast as he did. As soon as I got to therapy, I knew it was going to be a quick recovery. After a 30-minute surgery in 5 months, I'm back to 100% playing sports again.
Just like most of you, this year's been quite different at Wood Dullaharry Insurance.
We learned to Zoom.
Daniel, what are you wearing?
Khakis. And we social distance.
But the one thing that didn't change, our commitment to customer service. We helped file claims when summer thunderstorms brought wind and hail damage, and continued to find customers affordable coverage options for home, auto, business, and farms. Wood Dullaharry Insurance, a true constant in a year of change.
Halftime show here in Wellington, Kansas, as they are introducing cheerleaders and dance. And we've just got halftime stats done right here beside us. And Jack, it's almost a bizarre setting for offense, as Labette County has usually been dominant on the ground. Only one rushing yard and only 72 passing yards. So 75 total yards of offense for Labette County here tonight.
We passed the ball 20 times tonight, and last game we threw it 14, which was I'm assuming our most up until that point. But I guess our stat keeper will figure that out. But you know, it's just kind of the same story I was telling you a minute ago. I feel like we could just copy and paste our halftime show from the first 3 games and just insert it right here. Turn the ball over 3 times, and yet we're only, I guess, however, quote-unquote, only down 19-0. I mean, our defense has just worked so hard, and then the offense does not return the favor. We have 0 points, and I mean, we've only scored 12 in the first 2 games, and then 14 last week. Excuse me. But we got to score.
Even of the 19, I may be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure. Of the 19 points scored on 3 different drives, 2 of the drives they started inside inside the 20-yard line, already in the red zone.
One was inside the 10.
And so it's been one of those things where it's not a surprise. I mean, what do you expect when you give them that great a field position? Labette County's offense has caused it. Special teams has caused it. They haven't been able to get anything going momentum-wise to give them a way to be effective enough to win, let alone keep their defense from being on the field for, of the 24 minutes they played, I guarantee you the defense was on the field for at least 16 minutes.
Yeah, probably. Whatever you were getting ready to say, I was going to agree because it's been
at least 3/4 of that first half was all the defense.
Yeah, their time of possession is unreal. If we could look back somehow and just tally it up through the first 3 games, it's crazy. It should not be that much time. But I don't want our offense to start doing well whenever it's 40-0 and the game doesn't matter anymore. Come out when it still matters and play good right out of the locker room. Play downhill, surprise them, take a couple shots and keep the secondary on their toes. And more than that, let's try and establish a little bit of ground game.
And as they put a 20-minute halftime here, there's a lot. That's a bigger halftime than we've had so far this season.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and take a 5-minute timeout right here on KLKC to give Jack and I a chance to go get a drink. And when we come back, we're going to break it down on what the keys got to be for these Grizzlies to somehow climb back into this ball game, or at least keep it respectable at this point. So, halftime score right here in Wellington, Kansas. It's Wellington Crusaders 19, your Labette County Grizzlies 0. 5-minute break right here on KLKC. here in Wellington, Kansas, 114 miles from home, and what's going to be a late night for Jack and I and Statman Logan Myers and our cameraman Noah Myers, as we won't get home until probably midnight tonight, Jack,
Oh,
if
that's
we're lucky.
light work. That's right when the party starts.
So we love the long road trips. We love it, as it's been road warriors for these Grizzlies, as they'll get to return on the road once again next
Fort
week.
Scott, give me
as
a
we
break,
will,
man.
As we will make our final road trip of the season to Fort Scott, Kansas, and what should be a classic SEK showdown, as it's been close games over the last 6 seasons for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies, I believe, are 6-0 in the previous 6 matchups against these Tigers. But that's looking ahead to next week. This week we got another problem ahead of us, and that's the Grizzlies trailing 19-0 here tonight against the Crusaders. And what's just been a physical big front on the Crusaders side, as it looks like the Grizzlies are going to be without number 63, Tyler Lewis, the rest of the night, as he's beginning to shed his pads, and he's walking with a limp over to the sideline. So Grizzlies will be another man down on that injury report, as we're 6 minutes and 26 seconds away from the start of the second half. Jack, what do you do right now if you're this Grizzly offense?
Well, if you replicate the turnovers you had in the first half, that's 6 total turnovers. You're not going to win a football game with 6 turnovers, and it's not looking like if we keep this up, we're going to win with 3 turnovers. So we're going to have to find a way to bounce back, keep the defense off the field. This Grizzly team is at its best. This sounds kind of funny when the defense is on the field, but keep them off. Keep them off the field. Help them. You know, go get 6. Get a long drive down to the 20 and punt or miss a 4th down. You know, drive down the field and back these Crusaders up a little bit.
And you know, it gets even more demoralizing when you sit back and think the very first kickoff of the game, Labette County is to have possession, fumble, immediately picked up by the Crusaders, first down 10 for them
that was
inside
the
the
worst thing that
30-yard
could
line.
happen.
And now coming out of half, the defense is right back on the field.
They get the ball. That's what I said at the beginning. Yeah,
but I'm gonna call it now. You're down 19-0 already. You owe me $20 if I'm right.
Whoa, ho, ho.
Grizzlies come out with an onside here to start second half.
I was gonna bet you $20 the same thing. No, I'm just kidding, dude.
You're down 19-0.
$20.
What do you have to lose? No, I'm
$20.
I'm not gonna make you bet me.
Live bet on the radio.
Live bet on the radio. Either way, I wouldn't be surprised if Grizzlies came out with it last week. 2 great onside kicks from Harrison Hall last week against the El Dorado Wildcats. I wouldn't be surprised. You're down 19-0. You're playing with house money now. Why not?
Let it fly.
Let it fly.
Let it fly. Let's see what Price calls, but
as
down here practicing field goals.
As the Crusaders got a good clap going on down here. Almost reminds me of a little bit of the what's that movie?
I know. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Remember the Titans?
Yes.
It's almost what's got me remembered of right now, or even
the one where
Friday Night Lights. When in the very end of the season, you probably don't know what I'm talking about.
No,
but when he goes back to take over the East Dillon Lions, and his assistant coach is nuts, and they got like some war chant crying as good balls hitting their legs and clapping their hands. It's
trying to intimidate the other team.
Yes. So, anyways, back to what we were talking about. We got off on a random conversation. 4 minutes remain here in the half. Labette County's got to come up with something here out of the gate, trailing 19-0. Got to keep the defense off the field. The running game has to be established. 1 yard of rushing.
Yeah.
1 yard.
Yeah. And the first 2 plays of the game, Noah Yeoman jet sweep for, I think, 7 yards, and then an option, which Griffin chose to keep himself, 4 yards, got the first down. I loved those 2 play calls. And then after that, the Crusaders dialed in on those 2 plays, and it has been nada.
Positive yardage to start for Labette County, now going negative. Sack. Tackle in the backfield. -5, -6, -5, -4. We haven't seen a positive yard for a while as far as the rushing side goes. We've seen a lot of air game that have been successful, but it's always been on 3rd and 8. It's always been in a long 3rd down situation.
Yes. Yeah, we get the ball, and then you blink, and it's 3rd and 9, 3rd and 15, 3rd and 7, which is tough. You know, it's to that point, it's basically, look at it this way. Just assume you're going to go for it on 4th. You have 4 plays to gain 10 yards. How can we make that happen? Do we take a shot down the field? Do we take chunks out of them? 4 plays to get 10 yards. Let's take that into this half and see what we can make happen.
As there is 2 minutes and 46 seconds to go here until the start of our second half. Let's pause for one final 60-second timeout here on KLKC. As the breeze begins to pick up here in Wellington, Kansas, as we are atop the press box here, a good, we're going to guess probably 20 feet, 25 feet up in the air on an open top, and the wind is blowing. So if you have any static on our mics, we do apologize. Jack and I do our best to block our mics to where you guys aren't hearing it. As we're 59 seconds away, Grizzlies take the sideline after a team meeting with Coach Price and the staff here on the field. And Jack, what do you think Coach Price says right then in that moment when he has all the guys come to the kneel?
I think that he just knows, and I don't think that they necessarily know, at least at this point in the game, that they can win the game. They're probably thinking, here we go again. All we can do is try and leave here without being embarrassed. And, he's thinking, and rightfully so, we can beat these guys. We can handle them. You're not playing like you should be. Just kind of typical stuff like that. But they have to understand, and what I think he said is basically just pay attention to what's happening right now. You're down 19-0. You turn the ball over 3 times, 2 basically giving them 7 points. Think about what the score could be, and think about what you can make of the second half, is what I think he said.
As we continue to sit here and watch the Crusaders warm up, as they literally use all the way to the final second to get their warm-ups in. As we'll see what the Grizzlies have in store here as they will start on the defensive side. And before this ball game starts, Jack, I'm going to turn it over to you for one last time here before we get going for the Grizzlies sponsorships.
Okay, we have Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Health, Labette Bank, Woodworth Community Services, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Bartlett Co-op, Commercial Bank, Labette County Mental Health Services, No Dine Legal, Tank Connections, USD 506, Wood Doolahary Insurance and Real Estate, Community National Bank, J.J. Bebb Corner Post Crop Insurance, The Corner Store of Altamont, Thomas Implement of Altamont, TNT Agronomy Zach Townsend, and Agent Kendall Hall with Farm Bureau Financial Services of Altamont, and MJ's Burger House.
Kick this football off to the Wellington Crusaders, and I'm still calling it. I still think Harrison Hall is going to run out here, give us a good little either pooch kick or a good old-fashioned onside kick that the Grizzlies are going to go lay somebody out and pick up the football.
I wouldn't mind it.
I wouldn't mind it either, as they need something to jumpstart this group right now and get some swagger going as they're trailing 19-0 with only 24 minutes of game time left. So Grizzlies getting ready to take the field. As they do that, let's pause for station identification here on KLKC. Grizzlies second half coming here in Wellington, Kansas, as it is going to be Harrison Hall trotting out with the special teams unit getting ready to tee it up from the 40-yard line. Grizzlies will have the wind in their backs as there's a strong south wind starting to pick up here in Wellington. As we talked about rain in the forecast for Sunday, it is tropical weather blowing in here into the Kansas area. As Grizzlies get ready to go, there's going to be 3 guys back for the Crusaders. And I've heard about this formation. Jack, there's going to be a guy, number 6, is going to end up with the football, and he's going to choose which of these 3 guys behind him is going to get it.
Who did we see? It was El Dorado.
It was last week, El Dorado.
It was a great play, but that won't matter if he kicks an onside.
And if he kicks an onside, and nope, we're all wrong. Oh, it is! Jack! And ball's on the deck. Labette County looks to have it. Jack leaked $20 in my hand.
No.
Come on, buddy.
No.
As Labette County comes out with a beautiful onside right out of the gate. They're sorting out the pile. Labette County has the football. Jack leaked $20, please, sir, as I called it here to start this second half.
We have it on the live stream. You said, nah, I'm just kidding.
No, but then you said $20 live bet right here.
Go to the live stream.
Anyways, Labette County football following the onside here from Harrison Hall right out of the half. And it is Labette County with great field position at the 45-yard line. First down and 10.
Coach Price, I cannot stand you right now because of you. Will is going to be in my ear for the rest of my life.
As we're getting support from all around the area. Pay up, Jack. As we're getting texts.
Nothing.
Pay up, buddy.
Nah.
As it is first down and 10, 45-yard line now. It's Griff Eaton in the shotgun with Searles to his right.
It does not get better than that. That is funny.
As it is going to be trips receivers to the near side is Jones, Vinson, and Jamison. As Yeoman's a solo receiver to the right. Here is the snap. He's dropping back quick out to Vinson. He's got to go down to a knee to catch it. And if it's that point, you got to go down. You got to remember, you can't stand up. Just let it hit the ground and go.
Yeah.
Already starting 4 yards back, second down and 14.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't really mind the idea of, like, throwing it straight to the sideline trying to get space. Will's still making signals that I need to pay up. You're not getting text. Quit looking at your phone. But it's just tough because the second he caught it, his knee was on the ground, just like you said. And in high school, you don't have to be touched.
As it's second down and 14, Yeoman, the man in motion, jet sweep action to him, picks up a huge block from a receiver, picks up the yards lost and gains 1. Third down and 9 now for the Grizzly offense here as they are at the 44-yard line inside the Crusader territory.
Yeah, back to that Yeoman sweep. Too bad that it was 2nd and 15, or else it'd be like 3rd and 4 rather than 3rd and 9, but nothing new for this offense.
Eaton back in the shotgun. 5 yard, or it's going to be 4 down territory. Another man in motion. It's Yeoman dropping back, looking to pass. Deep ball down the sideline is Derek Jones. As there is a flag, pass interference against number 38 of the Crusaders, as that is Greg Holcomb in coverage on Derek Jones. Jones drew the conflict of interest there drew that contact, and there is going to be a first down at 15 yards from the original line of scrimmage. So Labette County, a fresh set of downs, as it will be first down and 10 at the Crusader 29-yard line. They're going to say it's going to be at the 30-yard line. So first down and 10. As that's an interesting spot. That can't be right because it wasn't on an even yard line.
Oh,
so it should be at the 29 instead, and there it is as they do move it forward.
Good catch.
So 29-yard line, first down and 10 for the Grizzlies. Twin set now. This is the first time we've seen this. We've got Shaplowski along with Searles in the backfield. Handoff to Shaplowski. He's looking to get to the outside. And what containment there by the Crusaders as everybody jumped out to the side as the white hat goes after
he should not have
one of the Crusaders players for launching with his helmet down at the defenseless running back. Does not make contact. If he makes contact, he draws the immediate flag.
Oh,
as
the flag would be the least of my worries.
As Shaplowski jogs off the field, it's going to be second down and 15 now, 16 for the Grizzlies, as Eaton back in the shotgun with Searles to his left. As there's the snap, he's looking for a quick out to Derek Jones. Jones picks up a beautiful block from Vincent, picks up the yardage lost, and we're back to a 3rd down and 10 now for Labette County.
Yeah, I mean, it's just to the point where now it's a gain of 8 will get you a 3rd and long, it seems like. But I can't say enough about Derek. He's just, you getting any more text over here?
Oh, yeah, I've got people all over texting me, buddy.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. But, yeah, Derek's so strong, and he can take a hit, and I just love watching him grow as a wide receiver.
3rd down and 10. It's going to be Eaton in the shotgun with Searles to his right, and another errant snap picked up by Eaton. He is scrambling, just looking to throw it away. Intended receiver is Yeoman. Great play there by Eaton just to get rid of it after the 3rd down play went terrible. So now it's 4th down and 10. Labette County going to stay on the field here. Ball's at the 29-yard line, looking for a 1st down.
Yeah, I was afraid. Of course, it wouldn't have been the worst thing because he wouldn't have known how close the defender was to getting the ball. But I thought he was going to dive on the ball, and it would have been 4th and 55 if he would have done that.
Snap to Eaton, fakes the double. He's looking for Vincent, and an interception. Safety sitting right there on it. 2nd interception thrown by Eaton as the corner, the safety continues to bring it back, as that is Dustin Shetler with the pick, returns it back to the 36-yard line. Tackle made by Joel Mathis. 1st down and 10, Crusaders at their own 36-yard line. First possession here for the defense coming.
Yeah, that was a really nice play there by the safety because he didn't bite on anything. He stayed home, he read the QB's eyes, and got the pick.
So a slight change to the defense here for the Grizzlies. The Searles is sliding back up into the linebacking position, which moves Mitchell House back to the defensive line. So your linebacking core is number 31 for the Grizzlies, Cody Hamilton, Andon Searles, and Andrew Jamison. Hunter Shaplowski slides into the safety position now for the Grizzlies. As there is the snap handoff to Collins as he breaks it for what looks to be about 19 yards on the carry for Collins. 1st down and 10, Crusaders on their first offensive play of the 2nd half. Ball placed at the 46-yard line. They're in hurry-up mode as Wright goes back into the shotgun. There's a snap, another handoff to Collins. He's looking to get to the outside, being pursued by Flatt and by Shaplowski as Flatt wraps him up for a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9 now for the Crusaders.
Yeah, anytime Collins gets the ball and it's only a gain of 1, somebody made a really good play because he is tough to get to the edges before.
2nd down and 9. They're inside Grizzly territory now at the 45-yard line. If you're just joining us, it's 19-0 Crusaders here with 8:25 to go in the 3rd quarter. Shotgun set here for Wright. There's a snap, hands it off to number 9, Shetler. Nobody wraps him up, and a tackle. What a tackle made by Evan Flatt. Shoestrings from behind, lunges out and grabs the shoelace and pulls him down, as it's going to be 1st down and goal now from the Grizzly 8-yard line. Hurry up set once again for the Crusaders. They're looking to put a nail in the coffin. Handoff to Shetler. Nobody's going to wrap him up. He is in the end zone. Touchdown Crusaders. No signal yet from either line judge. They may say he's down, as we never saw either line judge make a signal.
How's he not?
As it looked like Shetler was way into the end zone before he went down. As we still wait to hear from the White Hat. Inadvertent whistle during the play. They have to replay the down, so that costs the Crusaders 6, as it will be 1st down and goal from the 6-yard line. Crusaders coach is calling the play call again for his offense, as it's going to be Wright huddling up with his team here, looking to punch it in once again, as the Grizzlies are already trailing 19-0, and they can't afford to give up 6 right now.
Oh, they can't. And after that play that Evan Flatt made, just unbelievable. So a stop here would probably mean a lot to him.
As there's a snap and a missile over the middle, connecting with Haskin Ibarra is right. Touchdown Crusaders. as it's now 25-0. Wellington in control, and it looks like they are going to go for two once again here to try and put it at 27-0.
Yeah, he was right on target on that throw. Get it? His
all,
last name's right.
It was all good timing as Jack tries to throw a punt in here. I'm still waiting for that $20 before I acknowledge any of this. As it is going to be number 14 right in shotgun once again. Trips receivers, he's looking for his man. Gets a beautiful timing route, but it doesn't look like he gets in, and he does extend the ball out as Shaplowski tried to keep him out of the end zone, as it is a 2-point conversion successful for the Crusaders. So at the 7:40 mark in the third quarter, Wellington 27, Labette County 0. Let's take a 30-second timeout here on KLKC.
It could happen any time or place. You feel a tickle in your face. You move your arm feels weak. The words won't come when you're trying to speak. Folks may think it's all a joke, but it ain't no joke. It's a stroke. Face, arm, speech, time. That spells fast.
Better call 911.
At Strokes First Sign. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast.
In an emergency, take me to Labette Health.
$7:40 to go here in the third quarter. Just 5 minutes in, Crusaders already put points on the board, 27-0 the score. As they get set to tee it up, it's right to kick it away for the Crusaders. Back deep is Vinson and Yeoman.
$20 that they don't onside it.
Nah,
$20 bucks.
I didn't bet you.
$20, yeah, but I didn't bet you.
Short kick taken by Shaplowski, and he's wrapped up, and that team just swarms to the ball as the Crusaders immediately wrap up and take down Collins as Michael Collins just wraps up and slams down Shaplowski. And Andon Searles is getting put on the deck quite a bit. It's almost like Crusaders have some unfinished business with Searles. I don't know if it's going back to the scuff we saw in the first half, but continues to overpile here into the second half. So Searles just has to continue to keep his head on his shoulders, not do anything he'll regret later as far as a flag or something.
Right. Yeah, number 45, it looks like, in at the back.
As it's going to be a snap and a fake handoff, quick slant out to Derek Jones, and immediately the Crusaders are right there, as it is Derek Jones getting a helmet straight into the stomach, and he is on the ground, not moving. Looks as he's rolling around now. Looks like he may have got the air knocked out of him.
That's what I was thinking.
As it was an immediate hit by the Crusader defender, as that's 2nd down and 12. While they tend to Derek Jones on the sideline, let's pause for station identification right here on KLKC. As Coach Price makes his way over to check on his wide receiver, he did get the air knocked out of him, had a helmet put square in his stomach. 2nd down and 11 coming for the Grizzlies as Jones is up on his own feet, walking over, now jogging back over to the sideline.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be fine. He has to sit out a play either way, so he's headed over to the sideline now, re-enter probably in the next play, as now it will be the Grizzly offense coming back out facing a 2nd down and 11 as Yeoman, along with the new receiver, number 10, Isaiah Royer, in for the Grizzlies. As there's a hard count, Grizzlies look over for the play call from Coach Price. Searles readjusts to the left side. Eaton looking to send a man in motion. Looks to be some confusion, though, by the offense. 6 seconds on the play clock, 5. And then there's the snap. He's looking over to the right side, hits Trey Vincent square in the numbers, and Trey is just gang tackled by 2 Crusaders after a gain of 7. So Grizzlies will face a 3rd and 6 now following the loss on the previous play.
That's not Griff at quarterback. Whenever I said that's 45 at back, it was 15. That's Cooper. That's Cooper Pete.
As maybe Cooper Peak has made a return to this ball game. Not somebody
I thought
we
I saw a
expected
5.
to see.
I said 45, but is 15.
So Cooper Peak back in at quarterback. No Griff Eaton now
What a
in the
dramatic
second
moment.
half. As we didn't expect to see Cooper here tonight, but Cooper makes an appearance here, completing his first pass. As there is the snap, hands it off to Searles, and immediately there's 7, 8 Crusaders right there waiting for the handoff. As now it is 4th down, and here comes Harrison Hall on to punt for Labette County. So a nice surprise to see Cooper back here tonight.
I had
Not
no
something we
idea.
expected to see. He didn't look like the Cooper Peak we thought he was with that bullet he just threw to Trey Vincent.
Yeah, was I daydreaming, or did I see him like not suited up sitting on the bench?
I
earlier?
never saw him in pads, but that's not to say I didn't look too hard.
Yeah, that's just that's weird.
As it's going to be Hall into punt. There is a snap and the boot. It's a short one with backspin. Going to be taken at the 45 as he has a seam up the right side. Blockers out in front, and it's going to be wrapped up and taken down by Trey Vincent at the 31-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Crusaders inside Grizzly territory as a tired Grizzly defense trots back out onto the field.
And I'm glad that play went out of bounds as soon as it did, because there was a guy dialing in on Trey Vincent, and he was getting ready to get blindsided out of this stadium. So I'm so glad that they ran out of bounds when they did.
As Wright trots onto the field to meet his team in the huddle. 5:30 remains here in the third quarter. It's 27-0.
I just got a text that said, give Will his $20. You got to be kidding.
27-0, and it is Crusaders threatening to score again. As there's a snap and a handoff back up the middle to Collins, and Grizzlies all right there to meet him. As it looks like Andon Searles comes up out of the pile. As there is officials blowing their whistles, not sure what's going on. Helmets are off the running back. As Jack, you have something here?
Well, I just got a text that says this person believes the quarterback is Kendall Holtzman rather than Cooper, which makes more sense, but Kendall was wearing a different number last week and had a bandana coming out of the back of his head.
I still think that is Cooper
I think
Peak
it is
there.
too, but just I don't know. Just the plot thickens, so who is the quarterback?
Here is Wright handing it off, fakes the handoff, and actually does give it off to Shetler as it takes 3 Grizzlies to take him down around the ankles. It was John Kohler that had him and finished off by Searles. 1st down and 10 for the Crusaders as the ball is at the Grizzly 19-yard line. So they are in the red zone here, threatening once again on this Grizzly defense.
Yeah, I mean, the second half really wasn't as sloppy if we're talking turnovers in the first half, but it got ugly pretty quick.
So another snap and a handoff. Kaysen Vanetta, the sophomore, came right through the line and wrapped up Shetler right on the handoff as he almost took the quarterback and the running back with him. What a play there by the sophomores. Loss of 1, 2nd down and 11 now for the Crusaders.
Yeah, and Kaysen just got moved into the lineup we mentioned in pregame just for this game, or not just for this game only, but for the first time, and obviously making an impact there. He smoked him. You couldn't see any red jersey. He swallowed him.
And Jack, as I look down the sideline over there to see who's not dressed out, Cooper Peak is dressed out over there, so I'm almost 99% sure it is Cooper Peak back in at quarterback tonight. As there's a snap, Wright looking to the right side, pulls it down. Kaysen Vanetta in pursuit, and ball thrown away to an intended receiver as it is going to be 3rd down and 11 as players begin to get a little chippy here.
I think that's Andon again.
As it's Andon now.
With another guy.
Number 2, Trenton Bannister, talking at him as they're walking away. As it's 3rd down and 11 here. 3:40 remains here in the third quarter, 27-0.
That was a heck of a pump fake.
With the lead.
That was a really good pump fake.
And he got out of a pocket that was collapsed.
Yeah, he did. That was nice.
As now there's 8 seconds on the play clock, Crusaders will rush to the line as it's Wright in shotgun with Collins to his right. There's a snap. He's looking to his right side, throws a ball into the end zone. Intended receiver, and that's a tough flag as they're looking for number 3, Montel Tate, as the ball was deflected, but they're going to say that It is a defensive pass interference against Evan Flatt. As indeed it is a defensive pass interference, half a distance to the goal, puts the Crusaders at 1st and 10, I believe.
He said it'd still be 3rd down. That half the distance to the goal would be from the 20 to the 10. So what? 3rd and 1, I guess.
3rd and 1, 3rd and inches.
That's weird.
Not even 1 inches.
Sorry,
here for
centimeters.
the
That's
Crusaders.
Weird.
As you can almost say, Jack, right now that it's going to be a quarterback sneak. Right's going under center right here. They're just going to punch it through. No,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Just stop with that.
I'm just kidding.
As I am wrong though, so you. As now
I'm
it
not
is,
a gambler. I'm not a gambler.
As there is a timeout on the field, it's timeout Crusaders. So with 3:34 to go in this 3rd quarter, it's Crusaders 27, Labette County 0. Let's take 60 seconds here on KLKC.
When Derek was in 6th grade, he hurt his knee, and it bothered him, but not until really last year after he played in a tournament, and we decided to make him an appointment. He had a torn meniscus.
I was the most impressed how fast Dr. Meister was able to schedule me in and be able to repair my knee as fast as he did. As soon as I got to therapy, I knew it was going to be a quick recovery. After a 30-minute surgery in 5 months, I'm back to 100% playing sports again.
Just like most of you, this year's been quite different at Wood Doolahary Insurance.
We learned to Zoom.
Daniel, what are you wearing?
Khakis. And we social distance.
But the one thing that didn't change, our commitment to customer service. We helped file claims when summer thunderstorms brought wind and hail damage, and continued to find customers affordable coverage options for home, auto, business, and farms. Wood Doolahary Insurance, a true constant in a year of change.
Quarterback sneak here for the Crusaders, as it is now 1st and goal with the 3:11 mark at the 8-yard line. Deep inside Grizzly territory. Grizzlies got to come up with something here as they've got 4 downs to stop them. And a quick slant route and another pass interference, and they don't call it as it looked to be very close on the play, as it's going to be 2nd down and goal now for the Crusaders. 2:56 remains in the 3rd quarter, and it is Grizzlies' Russell McCarty who breaks up the intended receiver's connection with Wright as the Crusaders huddle here, headed back into 2nd down and goal.
You're right there about that no call. Russell ran right into him before the ball got there.
As a toss out to Collins, he's going to cut it up, try to get to the end zone. He finds a seam, and he's in. Touchdown for the Crusaders. Put another one on the board, as it is now
he's fast.
33-0, with the Crusaders well in control of this one, with an extra point pending here from their kicker, number 4, Jack Wright.
Before the game, I literally said, this Grizzly team isn't one that gets goose-egged, and we have 0 points. So,
as the kick is good, Crusaders extend the lead 34-0 here in the 3rd quarter. Let's take 60 seconds here on KLKC.
It could happen any time or place. You feel a tickle in your face. You move your arm feels weak. The words won't come when you're trying to speak. Folks may think it's all a joke, but it ain't no joke. It's a stroke. Face, arm, speech, time. That spells fast.
Better call 911.
At Strokes First Sign. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast.
In an emergency, take me to Labette Health.
If you want to help others, then join Labette Community College Dental Assistant Program to place yourself in a field with rewarding income potential, job growth, mobility, and a career that's ever-changing. Start today for an engaging career, which may serve as a starting point to become a hygienist or dentist. Earn a certificate in as little as 9 months or an associate's degree in dental assisting in as little as 2 years. Earn your dental assistant degree for as little as $119 per credit hour. Call today to find out more about this exciting program being offered at the LCC Cherokee Center near Pittsburgh.
Short kick for Wright, and the Crusaders taken by Shaplowski and immediately swarmed by the Crusaders special teams unit, as it is first down and 10 at the Grizzly 34-yard line, as Cooper Peak trots back out onto the field with Andon Searles to his right. Trips receivers to the left. Solo receiver is Yeoman to the right, as we'll see what Cooper Peak looks like here in his second drive of the ball game.
Quit turning up my mic for me, did you, Will? You want your $20?
As Peak is in at shotgun with Searles to his left, he barks out the play call, as there is the snap. He's looking for a slant pattern to Yeoman. It is high for the intended receiver, as it is now second down and 10 following the incompletion.
A little high there. Probably hasn't thrown the ball in a set like this for, well, what, like 3 weeks? So jump the gun a little bit there on that one. Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks, yeah.
As the whole offense looks over for the play call from Coach Price and his staff, it's going to be a shotgun set for Peak. Trips receivers once again, so same formation here for the Grizzlies as they look to air it out here the rest of this ball game. As a quick ball out to Jamison, intended for him, knocked away after the contact from Shetler. As it is third down and 10 now, Grizzlies got to get something going here, or else they're going to have the defense right back out on the field here in less than 30 seconds.
Yeah, no joke, and that's pretty uncharacteristic for Andrew. I think he was anticipating the move he was getting ready to make, as well as the hit that was coming before he even caught it.
As it's going to be Peak in the shotgun, trips receivers to the left side. Searles is going to be to the left of Peak with Yeoman over on the right side of the field, alone by himself in single coverage. As here is Peak on third down and 10. As play clock expires, back him up 5 yards, so it will be a 3rd and 15 following the delay of game against Labette County.
Yeah, that's usually not a good sign. They seem kind of drowsy right now. They seem kind of like they don't really care. They're just kind of walking up to the line of scrimmage. Nobody's really communicating. And then you get the delay of game on top of all of that. So it looks pretty sloppy right now.
As there is the snap to Peak. He's looking for the right side. Throws a deep ball and well overthrows Noah Yeoman by 6 or 7 yards. As Peak threw a good ball, but it was way over the intended receiver. 4th down and 15. And here comes Hall and the special teams unit, is I might think Harrison Hall's leg might fall off by the end of the season.
Yeah, I know. He punts a lot, doesn't he?
He thought his legs got a workout in cross country. Man, they're sure getting a workout in football this year, having to punt the football so many times.
Yes, they are.
As here is the snap to Hall and a long line drive boot. He got into this one. Takes a long Grizzly bounce as it's going to be downed at the 19.5 yard line. What a kick from Harrison Hall.
That was a good punt. Tally it up. How long was that? Let us know.
Almost a 60-yard punt if my mind's right here on where they started.
That's a pretty good punt. He punted it from probably, what, the 25?
That's where I was kind of figuring. So it's between a 55 and 60-yard boot from Hall. Flips the field position here on the Crusaders, as now it will be 1st down and 10 for the Crusaders at the 20-yard line. And the important thing is it's on their side of the field and not in Grizzly territory.
Yeah, there wasn't a high snap or a muffed punt or something with the snap back here. But, yeah, anytime that the opponent that we're playing gets the ball in their territory, sometimes it seems like a blessing.
As the Crusaders looking to go into shotgun set and continue to put points on the board. I assume they're striving for a running clock here in the fourth quarter as Collins breaks another run. He's still on his feet and gets all the way out to the 44-yard line before being wrapped up and taken down by Evan Flatt. And that is a gain of 24 yards, 23 yards on the carry for Collins as he just looks to bounce off would-be tacklers and get into Labette County secondary.
Yeah, and Evan Flatt's having a really good game. He had a touchdown-saving tackle down here, touchdown-saving deflection with the pass after it was caught, and he's had multiple tackles in the backfield, but anytime he gets a tackle down here, something went wrong up front.
So first down and 10 for the Crusaders at the 43-yard line. Handoff to Collins once again and gets spun around, but then breaks some more tackles, and he's getting all the way back to the line of scrimmage for being knocked out of bounds by Russell McCarty at the 44-yard line. Gain of 1, second down and 9 for Labette County's defense.
I don't know if I've ever seen Russell hit somebody that hard in my life. He lowered his shoulder and smoked him.
As here comes Wright again out onto the field as they continue to huddle. 1:43 remains here in this third quarter. Crusaders look to put another 6 on the board, and if so, we will see a mercy rule in effect in the fourth here in Wellington. As there's a toss out to Collins. He tries to cut it up, gets nowhere, and a flag all the way back at the 45. Great tackle by Labette County's number 51, Noah Grady. As Collins is down, looks to be his ankle got rolled up on. He's going to have to hop off to the sideline, so a new running back coming on here for the Crusaders. As we'll wait to see what they sort out the flag to be, as Coach Argerbright is signaling to decline it, so it will be 3rd and long for the Crusaders, specifically a third and 15, 3rd and 14 for the Crusaders. Blindside block was the call, declined by Labette County. So 3rd down here for the Crusaders here with 1:38 to go in this third quarter.
And Coach Price in the pregame show was talking about how good of a tackler Andon Searles is, and I fell asleep there for a second, and he made a great open field tackle there on their fastest player. He's so shifty, and Andon cut off that edge immediately.
Substitution coming on as Cade Cornett will come back onto the field for Labette County in the linebacking core, and they slide what looks to be Mitchell House back into linebacking position with Andrew Jameson. Drop back for Wright. He's looking to throw it, has the intended receiver, and a perfect play by Russell McCarty to break up the would-be receiver in number 13, number 15, correction, Cope Henry. Great play by McCarty and saves a touchdown with that play. If he misses that and they catch it, he's gone for a what would be touchdown for the Crusaders. Vincent back to return this punt from Henry as his heels are at the 29-yard line. It's a low one as it looks to be headed out of bounds, and he'll go out at the 35-yard line where the Grizzlies will set up shop. 1st down and 10. At the 1:03 mark, Labette County trailing the Wellington Crusaders 34-0. Let's pause for station identification here on KLKC. Grizzly offense comes out onto the field as it's still Cooper Peak in at quarterback for Labette County. Andon Searles in at running back here as the Grizzlies will look to get something productive going with Peak at quarterback and try to get him into rhythm before headed to Fort Scott next week. As a low snap handled well by Peak, gets it out to Vincent. Vincent makes a man miss and then he almost made him miss, got him wrapped up late as the tackler kept an arm on him as the tackle is made by number 38, Greg Holcomb. 2nd down and 11 following the 1-yard loss on the reception by Vincent. As they're now 35 seconds and rolling here in the third quarter as the Grizzlies bark out their offensive play calls. And Pete gets ready to go here. Play clock at 12 as there is the snap. He's looking for Yeoman connects with Yeoman, gain of 6 on the reception. As they say, the clock continues to roll. It's at 15 seconds now. 3rd down and 6 for Labette County.
Yeah, I want to see him keep throwing positive passes because there have been so many negative plays, both rushing and passing, not even counting sacks. So many negative plays, and so it's nice to see him throw the ball down the field at least a little bit.
As that is the end of the 3rd quarter. So at the end of 3, it is the Wellington Crusaders 34 and Labette County 0. Let's take 60 seconds here on KLKC.
When Derek was in 6th grade, he hurt his knee, and it bothered him, but not until really last year after he played in a tournament, and we decided to make him an appointment. He had a torn meniscus.
I was the most impressed how fast Dr. Meister was able to schedule me in and be able to repair my knee as fast as he did. As soon as I got to therapy, I knew it was going to be a quick recovery. After a 30-minute surgery, in 5 months, I'm back to 100% playing sports again.
If you want to help others, then join Labette Community College Dental Assistant Program to place yourself in a field with rewarding income potential, job growth, mobility, and a career that's ever-changing. Start today for an engaging career, which may serve as a starting point to become a hygienist or dentist. Earn a certificate in as little as 9 months or an associate's degree in dental assisting in as little as 2 years. Earn your dental assistant degree for as little as $119 per credit hour. Call today to find out more about this exciting program being offered at the LCC Cherokee Center near Pittsburgh.
Third down and 5 for Labette County as it is peek in the shotgun. There is the snap. They're running a screen now, and then the lineman runs right into the tight end as they're looking for a tight end screen there. And if they get that to Jamison, looks to be positive for 5 or 6 or even more yards than that. But either way, once again, here comes Hall and the special teams unit.
Yeah, you're right. He is. It seems like we call his name more than we do like our running back or our quarterback. Here comes Hall onto the field again for the Grizzlies.
4th down, and here's the boot and a
What
flag. As they're going to say illegal substitution, I believe, against the Crusader. Oh, false start against the offense. So back him up 5 yards, 4th down and 10. So it will be another redo here for Hall as he'll now boot it from the 36-yard line here on 4th down.
That was a pretty good punt too, so hopefully he can get this one to roll a little bit farther.
As there's a snap and a line drive punt, takes a Grizzly roll, picked up at the 40 or 35-yard line, and wrapped up by Veneta is the return man at the 41. As Veneta gets pushed away.
Yeah, stop it.
As there is an injured Grizzly, Hunter Shaplowski got kind of blindsided back on the 35 as the white hat will make his way to center field to call out the flag.
That happens so much.
As there is an illegal block in the back against the Crusaders, back them up 15 from the spot. As it will be their ball, 1st down and 10 inside the 20, or inside the 30-yard line. Looks to be about the 28, as it'll be actually the 26. My math's a little off. 26-yard line, 1st down and 10 for the Crusaders here at the 11:46 mark. Blindside block, so they did change from illegal block in the back to a blindside. So it will be 1st down and 10 for the Crusaders. 11:46 remains in this one, just into the second half, as Wright is still in the ball game. As I would assume after if he puts a score on the board here, the clock will roll and we'll see a backup quarterback come into this one.
Yeah, I would assume, and it gets to these points where what do you talk about? I mean, it's kind of just been the same little thing all game.
Snap to Wright, hands off to Collins, and he's to the side, and he is off for the races. Evan Flatt in pursuit and gets him on another shoestring tackle as that gets the ball inside Grizzly territory, now to the 28-yard line. Another heck of a run from Collins of the Crusaders, as it is 1st down and 10 now Crusaders in their huddle as Wright jogs back out onto the field with the next play.
Yeah, that's Evan's 7th tackle of the night, and 2 good pass deflections on top of that. So he's having a pretty good night, like I mentioned earlier. It's just unfortunate that he had to make the tackle 50 yards down the field, but whatever.
As it's going to be shotgun set for number 14, Wright. He hands it off to Collins once again. He makes a man miss, makes another one miss, and he's at the 5, lunges for the end zone, and they say he did get the pylon. Touchdown, Crusaders. Back-to-back runs by Collins bust this defense, and another 6 on the board as it is 40-0 Crusaders, with the extra point coming from their kicker, number 4, Jack Wright.
Yeah, Collins is a really, really good back with a good, big offensive line, but you usually don't see the Grizzlies give up 2 huge plays like that back-to-back.
As the kick is up, and it is through at the 10:58 mark here in the 4th quarter. It is Wellington 41, Labette County 0, as we'll take 30 seconds here on KLKC.
Just like most of you, this year's been quite different at Wood Doolahary Insurance.
We learned to Zoom.
Daniel, what are you wearing?
Khakis. And we social distance.
But the one thing that didn't change, our commitment to customer service. We helped file claims when summer thunderstorms brought wind and hail damage, and continued to find customers affordable coverage options for home, auto, business, and farms. Wood Doolahary Insurance, a true constant in a year of change.
(41-0) the score. Right set to tee it up for the Crusaders. Back deep is number 16, Trey Vinson, and number 6, Noah Yeoman. As here comes the kick and the boot right at Vinson.
Let it go.
As it goes out of bounds, there is the flag, as it will be a flag at the 24-yard line. So the Grizzlies will have great field position here on this next drive, trailing 41-0.
Yeah, and I wonder how the play calling differentiates, here now that we're down 41. Is it going to be a running clock yet? Is it?
I can't remember what it is in high school. I think it's 40.
Yeah, I forget too. I think you're right. But we saw this last week after we basically knew we had the game lost. We scored back-to-back touchdowns, basically. So I don't know. We'll see if we take some gunslingers here or not.
As it's going to be Griff Eaton back in at quarterback. So Peak is out at the quarterback position. Back to Eaton we go with Searles to his left, as there's the snap. Quick out route to Searles, and he puts his shoulder down and goes, picks up 5. So 2nd down and 5 now for Labette County following the catch from Searles. Grizzlies look over for the play call from Coach Price, as Eaton tells his team where to get real quick as he goes back to the shotgun, trips receivers to the far side. Yeoman, the solo receiver, over here on the left, or on the near side, right side if you're standing behind Griffin. As there's a snap and a quick look for Jones, and the defender for the Crusaders sitting right there on it, as it was number 7, Haskin Ibarra, looking to break it up. Clock is stopped, so Jack, evidently we're not at running clock yet.
Yeah, I guess not.
41-0 the score, as it is Eaton at the shotgun, hands it off to Searles, and Searles is slung down by that defensive front. No gain on the play. It is 4th and 5 for Labette County.
Yeah, what do you say? I don't know. You run 3 plays on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down, and then you're left with a tough 4th and 5, which sometimes can be harder to get than like a 4th and 9. We'll see what they call here. I don't know, man. It's tough at this point.
As it's going to be Eaton, and they get a man to jump, so the hard count works. 1st down and 10 for Labette County following the neutral zone infraction from the Crusader front line. So first down 10, Labette County, as they're out to their own 45-yard line now here on this drive.
I wouldn't be surprised if we catch, let's see, Noah's on the far side. If we see if we can run like a vertical across the field deep and hit him on stride. I don't know. He's just really fast. I can see it happening, but they do have a safety back here.
So first down and 10. There's a snap to Eaton. He's looking deep side to Yeoman. Pass is broken up as the defender went in for it. So no defensive pass interference called. First down turns into second down and 10 following the incompletion from from Eaton to Yeoman.
Yeah, and Andon Searles came in this game as like the running back, and he's ran the ball 3 times.
As Labette County has went to a pass-heavy offense here this evening, as it's Eaton in the shotgun with Searles to his right once again. Same formation, second and 10. There's a fake handoff. Gets it out to Derek Jones. Derek Jones splits a defender and fumbles and picks it back up, as it is no gain on the play. Third down and 10 now for Labette County in this offense.
You usually don't see Derek fumble it like that, but that was kind of an awkward little slew there. Those are always hard. And whenever you throw the ball like that, you're throwing it for no gain. You're relying on blockers and your receiver to go gain you yards, and you usually don't see too much productivity unless it all happens perfectly, which it rarely does.
Third down and 10, and a flag, false start against Labette County.
Who jumped?
They're going to say the center moved the football. Snap infraction against the center. Back him up 5, third and 15 now for Labette County.
Yeah, I think that's the first time we've seen that called all year long. But yeah, we got, let's see here, 1 safety. Everything else is single coverage.
As there's the snap to Eaton. He's looking for another quick out to Trey Vincent on 3rd and 15. Goes nowhere, loss of 1, 3rd and 16 now, 4th and 16 now for Labette County. And once again, here is Harrison Hall on the punt for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, need I say more? That's my point exactly. You throw the ball. That was a backward lateral. That was, if he doesn't catch that, that's a fumble. Got tackled, loss of 1. That's gonna happen if you throw the ball like that.
Clock is rolling here, 8:20 and going, as there is the boot, and Harrison got into that one as it's taken at the 30 by the Crusaders. A flag back at the 30. Another block in the back right here as the Crusaders, 3 different blocks in the back situations. Just back them up as there's no sense in even running. Now the official throws another flag for a player complaining about the flag.
Every flag from here to the east side of the Mississippi just got launched on this field. Literally.
As there's a lot of yellow on the field. We'll let the officials sort this out. It depends on which one they'll claim. Blindside block against number 38. And then an illegal block in the back.
So
15 yards from the penalty. So 15 yards from the penalty, they'll take a blindside block at the 33-yard line, back them up 15 from that spot. It'll be first down and 10 for the Crusaders at their own 16.5-yard line.
Well, that's the third, maybe 4th punt tonight that has had a bunch of flags on it. It's tough. The first one, I don't really agree with that call, but there was one here at the 40-yard line where one of our players just got wrecked and he couldn't see it coming. So that was a good call.
As a timeout by the Crusaders here at the 8:06 mark remaining in this ball game. It is Wellington 41, Labette County 0, 30 seconds here on KLKC.
High school sports fans, follow your team live with the free ScoreStream mobile app. Just download ScoreStream to get real-time scores, photos, and awesome video from your game and your rivals. Plus, follow your favorite teams and friends. Get real-time high school sports from ScoreStream.
first down and 10 for the Crusaders as they are at their own 18-yard line. As it is a new quarterback in at shotgun, handoff up the middle, and Grizzlies sitting right there on as it looks to be some scrub time almost, or JV time for these Crusaders, as it's now number 13, Kenny Redford, in the freshman, 145-pound quarterback, taking the snaps here as the clock is winding and mercy rule has kicked in. 41-0 Crusaders with the lead, as it's second down and 10 now for Wellington, as the new running back in the game is number 20, Riley Nichols, another 155-pound freshman. As here is the snap to Redford. He hands it off to Nichols, makes a man miss, cuts it up the field, looks to gain maybe one on the carry. So 3rd and 9 now for the Crusader offense, as they'll probably look to keep it on the ground here. 7 minutes remaining in Wellington tonight. It's been all Crusaders, 41-0.
Yeah, anytime the other team brings in basically their JV, I mean, might as well just not look at the scoreboard.
Crusaders come to the line, 6:47 to go here as they go back into shotgun set. Low snap picked up by the freshman Redford. He is taken down by Andrew Jamison. Looks to be a loss of 5. Be 4th down and 14. 4th and 14 now for the Crusaders, as the punting unit will come on. First time I think we've seen them all night long. Maybe second time.
It might.
Second.
Yeah.
They fumbled one.
That's a good point, though. Yeah.
They fumbled one. Or Labette, the first time they punted, Labette County fumbled. They picked it up, had great field position again to put another 6 on the board. This time it's Noah Yeoman back instead of Trey Vinson to return this punt, as the Crusaders will set to kick it away here. 6 minutes and counting in Wellington, Kansas. 41-0 our score. And a flag and a boot as Yeoman gets hit right as he went to take it, the ball hitting a defenseless receiver. So 2 flags on the play here from the Crusaders. One for an illegal substitution back at the 10-yard line. Another for a hit on a defenseless receiver at the 47-yard line.
There have been a lot of illegal substitutions. I mean, a lot. They're not fast enough. They can't get off the field. Man.
As an illegal shift, as it is declined, as a catch interference, as it will be assessed against the defense. 10 yards from the spot, so it'll be Labette County's football, 1st and 10 at the 32.
We got to score here, man.
Griff Eaton back out in shotgun set for 1st down and 10.
Got to walk away with some points on the board.
As here's the snap and hands it off to Searles. Searles lowers his shoulder and picks up 5. 2nd down and 5 now for Labette County, as they look to put something on the board here to get the big ugly 0 off that scoreboard, trailing 41-0. 5 minutes unrolling now here in Wellington, Kansas. As here is the snap to Eaton, hands it off to Searles once again, runs right into a host of Crusaders. Gain of what looks to be 3, 3rd down and 3 now for Labette County.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to look forward. You know, I know Fort Scott is not going to be easy. If anything, harder than this game. You know, I'm just trying to think. And then we finish with Coffeyville, Independence, Chanute at home. So maybe we can squeeze in a few league wins in there, but these are some tough
fake
opponents.
toss here from Eaton. He's going to pull it down and keep it around the right side. Tries to get around the edge, and he's wrapped up and take it down. Looks to be close to a 1st down. Looks like 4th and a yard here for Labette County's offense. I don't know, maybe half a yard now as they reposition the football. So really close to half a yard to go here for a 1st down. Eaton going to stay in the ball game as they will look to go what I assume will be Searles on the handoff, maybe a keeper.
Yeah.
Man in motion is Vincent. There's the snap, fakes the handoff to Vincent. He pulls it down. He will pick up the first down. First down and 10, Labette County. And those have been very hard to come by for this Grizzly offense, as they will take their first snap inside the 20-yard line here in this one.
Yeah, and Griff did a lot better job of selling that handoff with Trey because he kept that outside linebacker in check just long enough to create himself a path for the first.
Man in motion, Vincent hands it off this time to Trey Vincent. He's going to try to get to the corner, breaks the tackle out to the 8-yard line. Looks to be first down and 10, Labette County on the carry for Vincent. It is first down and goal inside the 10-yard line. Ball is at the 8.
First and goal to go for the Grizzlies. Ball marked at the Wellington 9-yard line.
Yeah, they've been pretty run heavy, surprisingly, on this possession. I thought maybe we just keep throwing the ball, but look at what we've done. We haven't ran the ball that much tonight, so it's good to see.
As first down and goal, handoff to Searles. Crusaders all right there, and Searles tries to pitch it out. Ball on the deck, picked up by number 51, Noah Grady. He's going to try to get to the end zone as something could have went severely wrong for Labette County. Somehow turned positive as there is a flag in the end zone.
Usually defensive holding if it's in the secondary, unless the back judge saw something the guy at the line didn't. A lot of wind right now.
As the officials will sort it out. 3:29 on the clock. As there is no foul on the play, so it will be second down and goal for Labette County, as the ball will stay at the 5-yard line. Grizzlies got 3 opportunities to try and put 6 on the board.
Yeah, they're right there, and it was almost like they're trying not to score hand and fumbles.
As Eaton high snap, handles it well, pulls it down. He's being chased. Looking in the back of the end zone. He's wrapped up and thrown back out of bounds at the 10-yard line, as it is third down and 10 to score now for the Grizzlies. Clock at 3:18 as it is stopped now. I don't really know what the purpose of stopping it is, but they stopped it.
Yep. If you don't get it, just kick. Just see if Harrison can crack a 30-yard field goal, walk away, 41-3 loss. Just see what happens if you don't get it here.
So third down and 10 for the end zone. Double move looking. They've got Jones. He's going for the pylon. He fumbles it. And they're going to say it went out of bounds.
Good play, Derek.
As it is fourth and goal now. That looks to be the 1-yard line.
Okay, well, now you got to go for it.
As here
of
comes
course that happens when I say that.
Into the shotgun set, needing 1 yard for the touchdown. As man in motion is Yeoman. Eaton's going to keep it, and he will find his way into the end zone. 6 points on the board for Labette County as they erase the goose egg. As it's 41-6, 2-point conversion coming here for the Grizzlies at the 3:06 mark remaining in this one.
Man, whenever he scored, I forgot what the score was. I got really excited. Hopefully now we're gonna go for 2. I want to see Harrison kick a field goal. Well, whenever we lined up for one, he wasn't the one who lined up for it. It was Andon, right? Yeah. Man
in motion is Yeoman once again. So he'll hand it off to Yeoman this time. He'll try to get to the edge. Does not get their flag on the play for holding against Labette County. It will be declined at the 3:06 mark. It is the Wellington Crusaders 41, Labette County 6. Let's take 30 seconds here on KLKC.
Couldn't work as long as I wanted to, you know. I'm getting older and my knee would start hurting and I'd have to quit. It wouldn't hurt much if he didn't do anything, but I don't want to not do anything. So I went to see Dr. Mosier and determined we needed to do a knee replacement. They work like a well-oiled machine. All you have to do is be there and do what they say and everything goes great. Simple as falling off a rock. It was just 10 weeks ago that I had my surgery, and this morning I rode 3 miles on my bicycle and it felt real good.
Harrison Hall set to kick it away for Labette County here in this fourth quarter. As last time we kicked it off, we went for the onside. Never got my $20 from Jack, but that's beside the point. Here's another onside kick through the legs. Labette County right there on it. John Kohler on the recovery. Two onside kicks in this half. Two onside kicks recovered by Labette County. As we have the Labette County coaches behind us and asked if we really kick an onside and recover, and yeah, we did.
They're packing up to leave. Get those headsets back out. We got a ball game, boys.
As it is first down and 10, Labette County here at the Crusaders' 46-yard line. As Coach Price meets with his offense, 3:03 remains in this one, as it will be see who the quarterback's going to be. Here comes Griff Eaton back out at quarterback once again for another possession. First down and 10 at the 46-yard line. Trey Vincent's going to be the solo receiver over here to the right. Play clock down to 3 at 2. There is the snap. Confusion on the field, just trying to get it off. He's got open field in front of him. He's going to tuck it and run as he gets 10. He's out of bounds, 15 yards down the field. Late hit, flag on the play. The Labette County player down on the field looks to be Derek Jones. Might be cramping on that near side or on that far side. So after the play, an additional 15 yards will be tacked on for a late hit. So an additional 15 yards after the 15-yard gain for Griff Eaton. 30 yards tacked on for Labette County, as it will be first down and 10 at the Crusaders' 16-yard line here at the 2:55 mark. Grizzlies looking to put another 6 on the board before the end of this one.
Are you as excited as I am, Will? You just want to go home.
It's going to be a long road trip home. As Griff looks for a ball over the middle. Wide open receiver is Trey Vincent.
There we go. Kicking onside. He can win
another score for Labette County on the reception from Eaton to Vincent. 41-12. Grizzlies looking to go for 2, and Jack, I almost feel like I'm watching the same game from last week at this point.
I know. Like in the first quarter, I said at half, I said I hope we don't start playing good before it's too late, and you're exactly right. That's what happened.
Man in motion is Yeoman. There's a snap. Eaton looking for Jamison, not there, as two defenders were right there in coverage. At the 2:49 mark here in the fourth quarter, it is Crusaders 41, Labette County 12, with what I presume will be a third onside kick to come after this break. 30 seconds here on KLKC.
A career in healthcare can be very rewarding. Labette Community College students are now more prepared than ever before. LCC physical therapist assistant students learn in a quality training facility.
I'd like to get maximum patient care, so I think I'm going to shoot for in-home health care, so I can have real good one-on-one interaction with the patients. The tuition cost was great per credit hour here.
In as little as 2 years, LCC graduates go on to work in hospitals and clinics, making up to $25 per hour. Call 1-888-LABETTE today.
(41-12) the score. Grizzlies get some offense on the board. Hall set to kick it off again. And another onside. This one a little blooper. It's on the deck. And another recovery by Labette County. Make that 3 of 3 on recoveries. And let me tell you, it is 3 different versions of onside kicks for these Grizzlies. 2 have been rolling kicks. This one is a pooch kick up in the air. The Grizzlies come flying in on and recover. So 3 straight possessions for the offense, 2:45 on the clock, and they look to put 18 unanswered on the board here in 3 minutes.
It's just the little victories at this point. Every onside is just like a victory on our record at this point.
Harrison Hall, the former soccer player, putting on a show here with a little English on each and every ball. Eaton dropping back, looking to pass with some confidence. Looks for Yeoman, and it looks to be incomplete. They're going to say the ball hit the deck. So 2nd down and 10, Labette County with field position at the Crusader 45-yard line, 2nd down and 10.
Oh, man. How does that happen? They're great kicks. They are great kicks. Like, onside kicks are not easy. Really good job by Harrison.
As Eaton's back in the shotgun, trips receivers to the near side. There is the snap. Bullet over the middle to Andrew Jameson. Picks up what looks to be 14 yards on the reception from Eaton to Jameson, as the offense still seems to be clicking really well here in this last 4 minutes of the ball game. Once again. 32-yard lines where the ball is placed. 1st down and 10, Labette County. Eaton headed back into shotgun. As he looks over for his play call. What were you saying, Jack?
No, sorry, I came up with a little slogan. I'll tell you at the post-game show.
As the ball out to Vincent. Vincent receives it well. Tries to get out. Horse collar tackle. No flag, though. They're going to say he evidently never stuck his hand inside that shirt, as it's going to be 2nd down and 3 now for Labette County's offense after the 7-yard reception from Eaton to Vincent.
I would just go ahead and spoil my slogan. Play all 4 quarters like the last 4 minutes.
You going to go share that with Coach Price?
I'm going to share it with the team. I'm going to get a spot on the news, national news.
As Eaton takes the snap, he's looking for Jones, and what an interception.
That was a nice play.
A nice play by the linebacker, number 33, Jace Barton. Read Eaton well and picked it off, as Eaton kind of had his mind made up on where he was going the complete time there on that one. As it is 1:38 remaining here in the ball game. Crusaders with the football leading 41-12.
You want to know a little fun fact? We have scored 12 points in 3 of our 4 games. And in the one that we didn't score 12 points, we scored 14. I'm not trying to be like, oh, we're bad. I'm not saying that at all. That's just kind of funny. 12 points? How does
12 points ain't gonna win many football games.
Well, yeah, that's true, but to score exactly 12 points is my point. It's just kind of.
You did a lot of research.
It's interesting.
I did. Think about
I really did.
As there is a timeout coming from the Crusaders side, as the play clock expires, 41-12 the score. 1:38 remains in this ball game. Let's pause for station identification here on KLKC. While they wrap up this timeout, I'm going to let Jack go ahead and thank our Grizzly sponsors one more time for this ball game.
All right, we have Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Health, Labette Bank, Woodworth Community Services, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Bartlett Co-op, Commercial Bank, Labette County Mental Health Services, No Dine Legal, Tank Connections, USD 506, Wood Doolahary Insurance and Real Estate, Community National Bank, and JJ Bebb Corner Post Crop Insurance.
As there is a handoff up the middle to the Wellington running back, carries a load and picks up what looks to be 9 for the Crusaders. 2nd and 1 now. As Jack will let you continue.
Yeah, I'll finish the sponsors here. We have JJ Bebb Corner Post Crop Insurance, Corner Store of Altamont, Thomas Implement of Altamont, TNT Agronomy Zach Townsend, and Farm Bureau Financial Services of Altamont, Agent Kendall Hall, and MJ's Burger House.
Crusaders come to the line, 2nd and a long 1 for them, as Coach Argerbright empties the bench. A lot of freshmen on the field now for Labette County. As here is the snap and a handoff up the middle to the running back. Grizzlies stop him. 3rd and 1. It looks like a lineman gets rolled up on. He looks to be.
I saw that.
Looks like he's going to hold his lower leg a little bit. He's going to get back up, and man, that could have been a lot worse than what it ended up. 3rd and 1 now for the Crusader offense. As we go through, we've got number 12, Kendall Holtzman in at defensive end. We've got number 80, Noah Miller, in at safety. We've got number 9, Cooper Baher, in at the corner position. Number 2, Kenai Castorina at a cornerback position, along with number 45, A.J. Fermonti, at linebacker, as the quarterback is sacked
by his own teammate.
At the end of this one, it is the Crusaders 41, Labette County 12, as the Crusaders race to ring the bell at the north end of the end zone. Let's take a 2-minute timeout here on KLKC, and we will be back for the postgame show here on 106.7 FM.
It could happen any time or place. You feel a tickle in your face. You move your arm feels weak. The words won't come when you try to speak. Folks may think it's all a joke, but it ain't no joke. It's a stroke. Face, arm, speech, time. That sounds fast.
Better call 911.
At stroke's first sign. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast.
In an emergency, take me to Labette Health.
When it comes to choosing the best health care for yourself and your loved ones, there are other hospitals.
And then there's our hospital. The difference is that while other hospitals will care for you,
we will actually care about you.
Other hospitals make decisions based on what's best for their bottom line,
while we do what's best for our community.
If you're looking for a pretty hospital, they're out there.
But if you're looking for the best hospital, it's here.
And here.
When award-earning care is as close as this, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
At Labette Health, we center around you.
If you want to help others, then join Labette Community College Dental Assistant Program to place yourself in a field with rewarding income potential, job growth, mobility, and a career that's ever-changing. Start today for an engaging career, which may serve as a starting point to become a hygienist or dentist. Earn a certificate in as little as 9 months or an associate's degree in dental assisting in as little as 2 years. Earn your dental assistant degree for as little as $119 per credit hour. Call today to find out more about this exciting program being offered at the LCC Cherokee Center near Pittsburgh.
Just like most of you, this year's been quite different at Wood Doolahary Insurance.
We learned to Zoom.
Daniel, what are you wearing?
Khakis. And we social distance.
But the one thing that didn't change, our commitment to customer service. We helped file claims when summer thunderstorms brought wind and hail damage, and continued to find customers affordable coverage options for home, auto, business, and farms. Wood Doolahary Insurance, a true constant in a year of change.
Final score here in Wellington, Kansas. It is the Wellington Crusaders picking up their first victory of the season, 41-12 over the Labette County Grizzlies. Grizzlies will head into next week on the road once again at their rivals, Fort Scott Tigers, for what should be a really good matchup between two SEK foes that know each other really well. The Grizzlies got to figure something out on the offense. That's the story of this one, losing 41-12. Offense was ineffective. Defense could not get stops against a Crusader running passing attack that moved at a very crisp pace.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a lot of work to do, and if they're going to make an impact in the SEK, they got a week to do it, and they've got to get a lot of things corrected. I mean, I know we give the defense a lot of glory and criticize the offense probably more than we should, but I mean, the defense definitely slipped up a little bit too tonight in some areas, letting some big run plays break open. And sure, it's 41-12. We scored 12 points, but we scored those 12 points after anything mattered. Off of some onsides, we recovered, 3 of them? And then, they didn't have probably their first string defense in. I guess I'm not positive on that, but I'm just guessing because of what they had in on offense. But we scored those 12 points after anything mattered, so we can't just think, oh, well, we scored twice on them late. Well, come on. They probably didn't have their first string in, so we got a lot of things to work on.
Yeah, another week at the drawing board is Coach Price has been adamant in saying that he feels they can still win the SEK League outright. And they've got to go to work because now they're going to start SEK League play with a very good opponent in Fort Scott Tigers who have bounced back and played very well. Grant, the only thing that could benefit Labette County, Fort Scott has been in quarantine for 2 weeks. They didn't play last week. They didn't play this week. Maybe next week that could be a good thing for Labette County. They have a little rust to knock off, but you also could say they're healthy, they're fresh, they've been practicing, they're ready to get back to work, they're ready to play a football game.
Yeah.
So a lot of things to look at there for the Grizzlies. Either way, tonight they fall short once again to the Wellington Crusaders, 41-12 the final score. Grizzlies moved 0-3 on the season, and will be on the road next week for the Fort Scott Tigers in Fort Scott, Kansas. Jack, you got anything to say here before we close out?
I don't. The offense just has to find what works for them and just build off of that. That's about all I have to say.
Final score here in Wellington, Kansas. It's the Wellington Crusaders 41, Labette County 12. I'm Will Owens. Alongside me is Jack Leake Jr. We say good night, Aldama, Kansas. Join us next Friday night for a pregame show at 6:30 p.m. and our kickoff is at 7 p.m. in Fort Scott, Kansas. Live stream available through YouTube and Facebook. And once again, good night from Jack Leake and Will Owens here in